drink again.
Oh, look at you. Oh, it's fucking squirted everywhere. What's going on with you?
It's a brewski, brother.
Oh, man.
We're drinking beers on the show today. Well, I'm drinking beers on the show.
We are? So, since when did that happen?
Not you.
Just like how Ed wants all of us to get stoned and watch FMW
Everybody,
together.
yeah.
Yes, all of us.
Welcome to Weenie Wrestling. Hold on. There it is. Just a little shout out. I'm drinking a delicious Funk Brewing and SBC Brewing Atomic Cherry Pie Imperial Cherry Shandy. It's delicious. 8% volume or 8% alcohol by volume. Very, very good. I enjoy it.
I'm drinking water.
It's because you're a responsible young man. I'm an old bitter bastard who needs to mute the pain of the real world with beer.
That was real dramatic. I wish people could have just seen that visual. Oh my god,
that's not true either.
Mute the pain,
mute the pain of the outside world.
I'm trying not to drink as many energy drinks again.
Okay, that's probably for the better.
Yeah. I
don't have any issues, are you?
No, not at all. No, not at all. But like, I've been drinking them for the G1. You know?
Oh, okay, right. Because you're a maniac.
Monster started selling like Red Bull sized cans.
Oh, interesting.
So I've been getting those instead.
Yeah. How much caffeine's in one of those bad boys?
It's the same. It's less.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
It's less. It's obviously less,
sure.
But I hope it's less. Fuck. Now
400 milligrams of caffeine.
Now you have me panicking.
Now in half the can.
Yeah. Oh, that's not
it's
good.
Thick like syrup.
Yeah, right? Just molasses coming out. Yeah, I was... I saw they have them like...
Monster presents new energy honey.
Just fuck yeah. Yeah, I was like, let's try these. And then on like off days, I just consume zero caffeine.
Yeah.
Which the G1's coming to an end.
It is coming to an end.
I'm almost done with my run. Lord knows I ain't waking up to watch the end one.
No, I'm relatively caffeine-less. I don't drink coffee unless you bring a delicious dessert like coffee to my house.
That's a treat.
You know, Michelle stopped the other day at a reputable Dunkin' in the morning. Not like the Dunkin' by the house, but one downtown.
Okay. A real Dunkin'.
Reputable Dunkin'. It was breakfast time because I also got donuts. Like, she went to Burger King and I got hash browns.
Dude, so Burger King's hash browns.
Right, they're fucking awesome.
By the way,
do
you see Burger King has the Italian chicken long boy back?
Oh yeah,
yeah, man.
Right, well, there it is.
Had it for lunch the other
day. I
thought
they're not doing great in the business and trying to bring people back in. And I was like, it's because you're not pushing the original chicken sandwich anymore. Oh. The original chicken long boy remains the best chicken sandwich on the market.
Italian chicken long boy,
yeah, that's also a good one.
Amazing,
it's a good one. But she went it was morning. They stopped serving breakfast 10:30 or whatever.
Burger King, I think so.
So it was like 9:30. She stopped at a Dunkin' and they were out of cold foam.
How the fuck are you out of cold foam that early?
That's what I said when she handed me the coffee. I was like, "What is this? It's not in a gulp cup. It has
there's
a
no gulp
straw?
cup. Yeah,
what am I? Some sort of rube? Am I lesser?
Ugh.
No gulp cup.
I got plastic on my mouth.
And it's Dunkin's fault. They told her they were out of cold foam, and I called bullshit. I said I would have fired that fucker right back through them. That's not true.
So here's a little trick.
Yeah, make your own cold foam.
No, you can still ask for the coffee if they don't have cold foam with the gulp.
Oh, okay.
We could do it.
All right.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
Because one time they bamboozled me and said no cold foam. I said, okay. They still have the open mouth lid. They said, you sure can.
Because so it was still good, but like the salted caramel they have right now rocks.
It's incredible.
The salt on top of the cold foam is delicious. Welcome to We Need Coffee, everybody.
Wonderful.
I was deprived that the other day.
Butter pecan, 1 cream, 1 sugar.
But I don't
salted caramel cold foam.
I don't wake up and do coffee. Late at night I'll do energy drinks. Like I did the one night of the G1 that started at 1 a.m. I drank some energy there. I think I drank energy that night.
I might have.
I might not have. I might have just struggled that one out.
There's been one morning where I skipped energy drinks. I just didn't need it.
But the last 3 mornings, which we'll get to later, for getting up early to watch the G1, I just get up and sit on the couch and watch wrestling. Today I did an energy drink at like 10 so I can get to work. Because I was a sleepy boy, but generally when I'm up, when I get out of bed, I have a hard time getting out of bed. But if I get out of bed on time, which I'm going to try and start doing again, because I was like, I've never broken that teenage habit of staying up as late as possible, doing absolutely nothing. Yeah. But I'll just sit on the couch being like, oh, it's 2 a.m. and I've done nothing. I should probably go to bed. And then I'll sleep till like 9:30 because I don't have a boss.
It's a great feeling.
But like, and then I'm like up and I don't get to work until later. And it's just that, I want to get work done. So I'm going to try and, bed by like midnight, up by 7. Like that's when I'm going to start trying again. It's healthier,
I don't have a choice because,
Right.
I start work at 8.
Right. But that's what I'm going to try and do because it's
I wake up at 7:50.
There you go. That's how I used to do it when I worked for a person that cared. Because I get my work done, I don't have to wait late.
Sure.
But like when my feet hit what I'm trying to say is when my feet hit the floor out of bed, I'm up. I'm ready to go.
Wow, okay.
So
don't need a little pick me up.
It's just the problem is getting my ass out of bed. I will snooze an alarm for 2 hours and just be like, nope.
Not I.
Because like I don't know because I've never been another person. But like when I wake up, when my alarm goes off in the morning, if I'm in the middle of a dream, when my alarm wakes me up and I hit that button, I'm able to close my eyes and jump right back where I was.
Damn, I wish I had that ability.
So like I'm like, why am I getting out of bed? I'm fucking dreaming, and I can go right back into it. So most of the time.
Look at you. That's a special ability.
It is because I'm a dream warrior.
Don't want to dream no more. Fuck, that's the best one.
It really is the best one. The older I get, I used to argue that Nightmare on Elm Street 1 is the best one, but it's Dream Warriors. Dream Warriors is the best one.
100% it's 3.
It really is. It's what gives you the Freddy that everyone knows.
Yeah, dude.
It's the best one.
We're almost in spooky movie season.
We are almost in spooky movie season.
I'm excited.
And speaking of that, again, welcome to We Need Wrestling. I'm DJ, that's Brett.
Hi.
Netflix just announced today that Fall House Usher drops October 12th.
Fuck.
So that'll be right in the middle of our movie season. So we're gonna. I
might just wait until that's.
Yeah, I might wait till it's done, until it's all dropped and just hit it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, October 12th. So
all right,
and it's Flanagan's last thing for Netflix. It's the 5th thing that was on his contract. So. And Mark Hamill's in it.
That's wild.
Yeah.
All right.
Good for Mark Hamill. All right. Welcome to Wrestling. How are you, pal?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good too.
Good. That's what I like to hear,
yes,
brother.
We don't have to go into too many details because we were just hanging out. So these people don't need to know shit.
Yeah, you don't need to know about my fucking life.
Mind your fucking business.
I'll tell you what you need to know. Which is nothing.
It's Nunya. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's my favorite horror movie. Nun 2.
None your business.
None your business. Still my favorite.
It is a classic.
How are you?
I'm good, man.
Good.
We're off to a wild start.
Yep.
All right. We got lots to talk about. We got news. We got Dark Side of the Ring. We got AEW. We got G1, N1, S1, F1.
Yep. There's a one. Oh, I wish we had K1.
I wish we had K1. Welcome to We Need Remy Bonjaski.
Yeah. We need Bob Sapp crumbling the Miracle Crow Cop with a punch.
Every week it's just a YouTube video of Ernesto who's dancing and
Fuck
us talking
Ernesto
about how great he is.
K1 rocked. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
If you let us know your favorite K1 fighter.
Yeah, if it's not Ernesto Hoost or Mark Hunt,
right,
we have a problem.
Yeah. All right, let's get down to brass tacks, get down to business, if you will. In public, if you will. Do you have any news to talk about?
Yeah. So a little bit of like conflicting report I saw.
Little taste.
It came out. That Kairi Sane is going back to WWE.
Oh, that did happen this week.
But then she held a press conference like 2 days afterwards saying she's going on like indefinite hiatus.
Oh.
And didn't say what she's doing.
Did she sign as a coach?
I don't know.
That's a waste of her talent.
I tried reading up a little bit. Some people are like Meltzer said, yeah, it's a complicated situation. And when next year hits, you're going to find out a lot more.
Okay.
Which some people are like, does she owe like somebody a lot of money and she's getting out of Japan or something? Like, what's going on with that? I saw the Rove Dog tweeting something like speculating about her gym that she opened failing and her owing a lot of people money.
Well, in Japan, if she owes anybody money, it's one particular organization.
Yeah, Yakazuma.
And I would also sign my soul away from the WWE.
Yeah, so who knows what
stinks.
that's about.
Yikes. Because she didn't do many matches in Stardom when she returned, right? She had the IWGP strap of
she had. She was part of the 6-woman tag.
That's
for a little bit. Her
okay.
Natsupoi.
Girl Natsupoi.
Yeah. Now she did wrestle a match this week, which I was going to watch, but then the camera angle. It was just like a one camera angle.
Yeah.
It was a part of that. You remember that Saray that's in NXT?
Yes, the goddess of the sun.
Yes. Well, she's back. She's back in Japan, and she's doing her own produced shows.
Okay, yeah.
So it was her and Kairi tagging up against, I forget who, maybe Arusa Nakajima and somebody else.
Sure.
And the match was supposed to be really good. Mm-hmm. I went to watch it and I saw it was like the one camera angle, no commentary. Not that you fucking understand the commentary anyway.
It still adds emotion.
One angle kind of bugs me.
Yeah. Unless I'm watching a fan cam from the Garden in '88.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So I was like, I just don't know.
Remember those Steamboat Flair fan cams I have? That's crazy.
Dude, those things are nuts.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, we're going to skip it.
Yeah.
So who knows what's up with Kairi?
All right.
We'll see.
I guess we'll see.
Kabuki Warriors reunion.
I'd be happy with it.
Yeah, I could finally get a fucking Kabuki Warriors 2-pack.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Never gave us one.
Yeah, right.
They fucking ruled. I love them
they
together.
were good. For sure.
Damn it.
We're getting a cool Ashia Ultimate.
Yeah, we are.
All right, that's it. That's all the news you got? Mm-hmm. All right. Michelle will be happy because Kairi's like the only wrestler she remembers.
Yeah, because she says, the pirate lady?
The pirate lady. Every time we tell her about a female Japanese wrestler, she's like, the pirate lady? And we're like, no.
That or the one with the rice cooker?
Rice cooker. All right. From Wrestling Head, I Googled Pro Wrestling News. Pro Wrestling News. Bray Wyatt reportedly fighting major illness.
I saw that. What the fuck is that about?
3 hours ago. Let's see. Getting close to being medically cleared. Sources will not disclose. Career-threatening and life-threatening.
Ugh, that's scary.
Yeah. I wonder what it is. Can diverticulitis be life-threatening?
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe he's got the divertics.
Maybe he's got the diverticulitis.
Let's see.
Like Brocky.
Sonny Kiss wants to remain with AEW for a very long time. I wish they'd use Sonny.
Yeah.
Nick Jackson on Being the Elite. I've tried to end it so many times. I don't know if that's true.
That's weird. That's weird.
Logan Paul to fight Dylan Dennis later this year. I don't know who that is.
That's dumb.
WWE's Logan Paul says pro wrestling's harder than boxing.
I believe that.
WWE superstar Eric Redbeard pulls out of pro wrestling event over unprofessional conduct.
Okay.
Former WWE superstar, all over the indie scene. He won't put up with unprofessional behavior. He's not taking one day to use. Eric Redbeard made a few AEW appearances since he departed WWE. As of this writing, he has not returned to WWE. We also know that he won't be appearing at WCWO. He said, due to unprofessional conduct, my appearance August 12th with WCWO in Mooresville, Indiana has been canceled on me. If you pride yourself on being professional and want to inquire on booking appearance, please email me, bookredbeard@gmail.com. So no real mention of
nothing there.
All right. But there is one here that we talked about. We talked about our Mount Rushmores last week, didn't we?
We did.
So DDP named his Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Of pro wrestling.
Dusty.
Of course it's going to be.
Jake.
Okay, you're not in order, but you're correct so far.
Dusty, Jake. Flair.
Yep. 2 more.
Hogan.
Yep. 1 more. Big one.
Big in size or big in name?
More than name than size.
Austin.
Yeah, Austin.
I got that motherfucker. Come on now, brother. Hey, my first rodeo.
So he says, oh yeah, of course, got to be Flair, got to be Jake. You got to have Dusty up there because, I just thought he was unbelievable. I'll put up 5 guys, put Hogan and Austin up there. I would put 5 Guys Burgers and Fries up there over Hogan. It was like those guys did a lot, just moshes for the business. Austin was such and still is today. He'd go back there tomorrow and be the most important guy in the company.
He's not wrong.
That's right. Yeah. It says, when we were on the road together in the beginning, he won't drive as many people. He'll just do it. I remember going to Chattanooga when he lived here in Texas, and I don't remember who I was driving with, but all I know is he just drove by me. DDP held up a middle finger to react what Austin was doing while driving by him. So there you go. That's it. Doop, 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 doop. Wrestling news is over.
All right. So let's get into a bunch of shit that we watched.
A bunch of shit.
Dark Side of the Ring concluded.
Oh boy.
I believe this was season 4.
I don't know.
Or season 5. I'm not sure.
I don't
remember. Marty Jannetty.
Party Marty.
Or as he likes to say, MJ in the house.
Yes.
Why the fuck does he do that?
Because he's done a lot of drugs.
Like, every time, just MJ in the house.
Yes. I like when he did it in the church.
Yeah, MJ in the house.
That was a weird one.
I almost threw up in the beginning of the episode when they showed his ankle.
Oh, dude.
With his, like, open
Oh, yeah. He's like,
ankle.
it's getting better.
Yeah, I was like,
Yep.
It's just, that made me sick to my stomach immediately.
I didn't know that he was, like, that fucked up wheelchair-wise. Like...
I knew his ankles were fucked. I didn't know he was like kind of wheelchair.
They're waiting for it to heal up so they can fix it. Yeah,
brother,
they're gonna take it.
Yeah, I was saying you're going under. That thing ain't coming back. Fuck, man.
Checking into the Kerry Von Erich motel.
Dude, serious. Oh god, that thing's gross.
Yeah.
So I like how pretty much everyone on this is like, yeah, Marty's full of shit about pretty much everything he says.
So, like, not only do they, like, they don't put up, like, a disclaimer, but every person is like, Marty Jannetty fucking sucks.
Yeah. Oh, he's a lying piece of shit.
Don't listen to any story he tells you.
Yeah.
Because he's always trying to get over.
Yeah. That one, like, lady that was on.
Not Beefcake's wife.
No, which they're like, I was in the business, my name was this, and I'm like, who the
yeah, right. No, you're in the fucking business.
I don't know who looked greasier, her or Beefer. Yeah. Hot Beefer was looking real sweaty.
Well, you know, he
was greasy.
Lots of cocaine.
He wasn't greasy. He was greasy.
He was greasy. It's true. It's the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird. Now, the lady that was his forever wifey.
Yes, forever. Brother,
dude. That's what she said, dude.
Ew. Like, what a fucking...
My literal first note for this is gross foot.
Yeah, man.
My second note for this is Mean Mike, disorderly conduct.
Dude, yo, I got fired up when he showed up.
Happy.
Yeah, he was like, then he wasn't like, oh, it's part of the Texas Hangman. The first thing they mentioned was, yeah, that was a disorderly conduct. I was like, fucking A right you were.
That's right. Goddamn.
Listen,
I was so pumped. There used to be all the exclamation points.
I almost texted Joe and I was like, hey, man, that worldwide podcast is ready now.
Absolutely.
Let's get these fucking...
Right.
Listen,
Mean Mike's available.
We're going to expand it soon to be named network. Let's make this happen, brother. Where in the worldwide are we?
Is the other one alive? Could we get the other one too? What was it? Rad Tad? That wasn't his name.
Rad Tad. It is now. Oh, it's fucking Rad Tad going up against the Scruggs brothers. But yeah, I like the one where they're like, yeah, Marty might have a little bit of a black cloud that follows him.
Yeah.
But he sure as hell makes sure that it follows
Absolutely.
him.
My third note is with the same amount of exclamation points. Pat Tanaka.
Dude. Pat Tanaka ripping heaters.
Ripping heaters on TV.
He looked awesome. Wearing like an LL Bean headband or something.
Right. You might remember me from the Orient Express.
Yeah.
Yeah, so funny.
Oh, Pat Tanaka. The story about Marty shooting the gun because Pat Tanaka fell asleep and then blaming Pat Tanaka.
No, you didn't fall asleep. I wouldn't have to do that, brother.
If you fell asleep, I didn't have to shoot my gun. What the fuck, man? Drugs.
Right. So this is interesting because, like, if you listen to At Odds, Adam sort of talks about these shows and how they follow a formula, and it's because wrestlers follow a formula, right? Wrestling lives follow a formula,
absolutely.
And this one has the formula, except Marty's alive to tell the stories. And Barry Shawn Michaels. So that's kind of what this. So like they got the drug stuff out of the way, and then this was like without commercials, like 42, 43 minutes. And I thought it went really fast.
It did. It was fast moving.
The last 10 minutes is just Marty recounting how he killed the man.
Yeah. That was
so the formula was a little tweaked, so that's nice. So I think everybody knows the story of Marty, right? I don't know that it told anything that particular. I wish Sean had talked on it, honestly, but Sean's not going to incriminate himself.
Of course not.
But they did use the archival footage of him. But like, it's interesting, like, and you had said, like, with the Dark Cloud, like, Marty legitimately blames God.
Yeah.
Gat. Right?
Yeah.
Which was
it God's awful toy or something?
Yeah, God's whatever. And he's like, sometimes the creator gets bored with his creations, and he says, oh, well, where's Marty?
Yeah, let's mess with Marty. Him.
And I'm like, And like everybody talks about how like Al Snow talks. Everybody says like
they all say Gat.
Gat. That's what he said his whole career. Whenever anything goes wrong, even though he's the one shooting the gun, he's the one doing the drugs, he's the one banging the hookers, he's the one with everything. It's like, oh nope, it's God fucking with me.
Yeah,
and that's an interesting view into his life because they say it on the show, but like it's him absolving himself of any responsibility. If he's able to convince himself that it's out of his control, then he has no responsibility for the shitty things he does. He goes, well, God did it. Yeah. I didn't do it.
Takes no responsibility whatsoever.
I have a parent that's like that. Just not as extreme, but God is in control of every single aspect. But yeah, that's just God's bored and he fucks with Marty Jannetty. So we get the Rockers, right?
Yep.
And we get the Rockers being fired.
Yep.
And we get the Rockers coming back. Mm-hmm. They don't talk about the tag title switch.
Yeah, it's not.
I guess
it's not. It's in a wrestling aspect. Yeah. It's important, but in the story of Marty Jannetty,
because otherwise they never held the titles.
No,
which is crazy because they're
super over, man.
Super popular,
they're big. Yeah,
right? Really popular, really big.
Yeah.
And then them running indies coming back again.
Dude, I love that they did the reenactment of Sean throwing him through the fucking barbershop window.
Marty running away.
The biggest act of cowardice I've ever seen.
Yeah, and like Marty's always like fucking trying to keep it up below board. Like, oh, you kicked me so hard I didn't even feel the window.
Like, dude.
It was sugar glass, you moron.
It didn't even touch your chin.
Right. We know. We've seen that
trust
kick.
Me, Marty. We've all seen the tape.
We've seen it.
You didn't get touched.
Right.
You fuck.
But yeah, so you get all that stuff. And then sort of
the brief talk of him when he went to WCW.
Yes,
and
right.
Got fired.
Yep, and got fired. And like they just sort of just talk about his life and interview people with his life and like beef. Everybody keeps popping up saying like he's completely unreliable.
Yeah.
And then they talk, which again we all know too, when he gets back to WWF or WWE.
Yeah.
Last
10 days.
Gets hired.
Dude, they gave him a contract.
Yep.
Like
I remember watching that and being like, holy shit, he looks real good.
Yeah, and they're like, what do you say? It could be up to like $1 million or something like that, which I don't fucking believe at all.
No, not at all.
But it's like, dude, that's great money for that point in your life.
Right.
And 10 days later, you fuck it up.
In jail. Right. Absolutely. Insane. God did it though.
Yeah, it was God's
yeah, really crazy. And the thing too, so he's a couple of things I thought were really crazy. So the thing when they were the Rockers, with the guy breaking his neck on the rocker dropper.
Dude, I've never seen that clip.
I've never seen that clip.
I know the story. Never saw the clip though.
So like, I don't know if this is controversial, but like, Marty wasn't at fault there.
No, that wasn't Marty's fault at all.
The show leaves it kind of up in the air, and they talk about the court case and how Marty was 5% held liable, but the WWE was held liable. That dude took a bad bump.
That was on him.
There was no reason for him to stand up that high.
Nope, that was on him.
And like for him to be in court and be like, well, he told me he's done it before and he's irresponsible. You stood up. You're not supposed to stand up.
Courts they don't.
I can take a rocker dropper right now.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Nobody will say it.
Let's try.
But then about Dino coming in and doing the fucking rocker dropper in court.
Yeah.
But that dude, Dino Machino, Stingo Malenko. But like completely that dude's fucking fault for being an idiot.
Completely his fault, man.
So I was like, what? That really bothered me.
Yeah.
And then he feels that that's what led to him getting like eventually released or whatever nonsense. Him and Al Snow making sure to get himself over.
Of course, yeah, because then they touch on the new Rockers a little bit too.
Right. And then the fact
Rockers, that fuck you, Leaf Cassidy.
Right. And then the fact that that Marty Jannetty was baptized by Shawn Michaels.
How crazy is that? Dude, wrestling is insane.
Wrestling is
God,
nuts.
I fucking love it.
So, and that's the thing about wrestling. Like when people, every person, lots of people, lots of groups of people have different opinions on what wrestling should be and shouldn't be. And how wrestling was better when it was older for whatever fucking reason it happened to be.
Yeah.
And most of them are invalid and really stupid because in real life, guys not doing cocaine and dying of heart attacks while driving cars or just dropping dead in their hotel rooms or killing people and, having to pay off the cops or whatever is much worse than guys just going back to the hotel room and playing Legos or watching MASH or whatever. Or episodes of Seinfeld.
I was watching MASH the other day. DirecTV finally got MeTV.
Oh, nice.
Watching a lot of Hogan's Heroes.
Nice. But
Yavoha.
I know, I'm not saying
it's so good. Man. It's funny.
But I would like I'll say that wrestling is worse now because random wrestlers who are enemies aren't calling each other up and baptizing each other anymore.
It's so weird.
Like weird shit doesn't happen that much in professional wrestling anymore.
Weird.
Like the wrestlers like in 20 years, like Damian Priest isn't going to have fun road stories to tell. Like he'll be like, oh, we stopped at a Denny's and they forgot to bring out my pancakes. Isn't that crazy?
We went to Buc-ee's.
Right.
I spent $150.
Right. And it's just not, nobody's paid in spittoons of anything anymore, let alone of cocaine. And as we know, the stance on this show is it's more cocaine just to the right people.
Agreed.
But yeah. So that's and then the Marty episode talks about the murder that he claimed. So they talk briefly about him having sex with his own daughter that he had claimed.
He did so fucking crazy at this point.
And like they establish he's a liar, right? That's the big thing about this is Marty Jannetty's a liar.
They all say he's a liar, except for this story though.
Right. So
like Allison was like, oh yeah, he told me this back in the 90s.
So they tell the whole story, and Marty says that he's not sure he can tell it, and the cops say they've never found a missing person, but like who's gonna report a person missing, whatever. Yeah. But Marty tells the story that he put out on Twitter and says like, well, if you were allegedly to have done that, because he's like, I can't tell it. He goes, it was for a wrestling story. And they're like, okay, fine. It was for a wrestling story, Marty. What would you have done to restart your wrestling career if that was a wrestling story? And he was like, okay. Tells the story behind the dumpster. The guy tries to take advantage of him. He hits him with a rock. He kills the guy. He calls a buddy. They drag a body, put it in the river.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he says, if this wasn't a wrestling story, what we actually would have done was lit his body on fire in the woods and buried it. And that's when Al Snow says, and like, hey, he told me that story in like 96.
Yeah, his wifey or whatever the fuck.
Yes.
She says, yeah, she goes, I can tell when he's lying and full of shit. She goes, I think it's being truthful about that.
Right.
That's fucking scary.
Right. So, and the thing is like maybe Marty, maybe the story ends in the middle and he made up the rest to make himself feel better, right? Dude could have very well tried to take advantage of him. He could have split his head open with a rock and left him to die, and the guy didn't die, and Marty just never saw him again. And he made up the part about dragging him away, so, whatever, to seem tougher, whatever it happens to be. But yeah, that's the part where everybody's like, no, that one seems like in the world full of lies. This one seems like the truthful one, which is freaky.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, not great.
But Dark Side of the Ring wrapped up. Another great season.
Yeah.
Probably won't see them again. Probably till like maybe third quarter 2024. I'd imagine. Yeah. Usually how their seasons go.
I mean, we waited a long time. It might not even be till the year after.
Yeah, that's true. It might
Depending
not.
on what they can get, who's left.
Sure.
Yeah, we say that every time, but this was a good season.
It was very good. I thought. So, all right, wrestling itself, the SummerSlam.
Oh, the SummerSlam.
Did you watch any of the SummerSlam?
I did, and you're going to get mad at me about it, but I watched Gunther versus Drew McIntyre.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I have a couple things. LA Knight win the Slim Jim Battle Royal.
I watched the commercial.
Dude, that commercial's great.
Awesome, yeah.
They aired the commercial right after he won.
Yeah, I went back and watched him win, and just the last 30 seconds, and then the commercial,
He fucking rocks.
LA Knight does rule.
Shayna Baszler versus Ronda Rousey.
Oh, I watched this. I just didn't take any notes about it.
Brother.
Yeah.
This was some of the fucking worst shit.
It's garbage.
I've ever seen.
Ronda's been garbage from just about the jump. She made one good match.
So listen, undeniably, and Mick Foley brought this up, and I do agree with him. If it wasn't for her, the women still would not have main evented a WrestleMania.
If it weren't for Ronda?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that first one was Ronda, Charlotte, Becky.
Oh, okay.
That was in Jersey.
Sure.
I'll give her that.
Okay.
100%.
Right. Yeah.
She still had star power.
Right. But no wrestling ability.
This was like an MMA fight, they called it.
Yeah.
Listen, worked MMA fights, it's a very touch and go style. Like,
I mean, UFC's doing it and they do it well, but
like, like UWF, that shit, it was all just worked. You know?
Right.
But some of the shit in UWF was awesome. Go watch Vader versus Nobuhiko Takada.
Absolutely.
This shit has zero place on the show.
Yeah. No fans want to see it.
The fans are there to see wrestling.
Right. And the fact that they did pull like Trish Becky, which fans would have been into, and another one, I don't know, whatever that was.
There was no match for Rhea.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like, what are we doing here? I really hope that this was the end of Ronda.
I think it is.
I pray it's the end of Ronda.
Well, we'll know if she puts out another video on Twitter about how wrestling sucks and all these bitches aren't actually tough or whatever the fuck she said the last time.
God, it suck.
Yeah.
All right, Gunther Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
So you said I'm going to get mad at you.
Yeah.
Why?
It was all right.
Yeah, you thought it was just all right.
Yeah.
Man.
It comes with a caveat. It's my fault.
Okay.
I have a pretty strong distaste for the way WWE produces their TV now.
Okay.
Where
Is everything a shaky cam?
Yeah, I'm just like, nah, I can't. I just can't get into it.
Okay.
I like both these guys. There was stuff in this match I really liked, but at the end I was just like, it's all right. I think this match would have been presented better if you just steadied the fucking camera and watched these two guys beat the crap out of each other.
Okay.
So I will only give it an all right.
This good. This actually wasn't my favorite match of the night.
Okay.
My favorite match was Rollins Finn Balor.
Everybody said that was fantastic.
Dude, the last 5, 6, 7 minutes of this, man, did it pick up. It was so good.
I didn't watch this because, again, I went into this going I don't have the taste for their product right now. And I was like, I don't like Seth Rollins. I will spend most of that match trying to figure out why people like Seth Rollins instead of watching the match. So I just didn't bother.
It was really good.
If Finn had won, I might have watched it.
I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah.
I don't see Finn ever winning a world title.
Rollins challenge Roman now or something?
No. So we'll talk about that. So the triple threat women's match, Asuka, Charlotte, Bianca.
Yeah.
Charlotte Flair was so fucking bad in this.
Oh, she's backslid horribly.
Extra bad.
Yeah.
Her top was coming undone, which listen, that sucks.
Yeah.
The referee kept having to clasp it back. Her timing was off.
Yeah.
She just looked extra sloppy.
Yeah.
She did the moonsault to the outside, from the top rope to the outside, barely grazed Bianca. It just, it sucked.
Yeah.
Bianca wins and then gets cashed in on by fucking Io Sky, baby.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Go.
That's cool. And so Io just walked in and beats her?
Yeah, walks in, hits her with the moonsault, and she beats her.
That's cool.
She hit her with I think Bailey hit her with the briefcase, and then Io hit the moonsault. And then something was kind of dividing people. Okay. Roman Reigns, Jey Uso.
I heard this match was a drag.
So I was kind of half watching this because I had on, I don't know, Nate and Nate Diaz and Jake Paul at this point started, I think.
I don't know. I wasn't
that
watching.
I had the UFC fight going because I had money on it. So I was kind of half in, half out, but what I was watching, I'm going, oh, this isn't good.
Yeah.
Apparently Roman, they said, got hurt in the beginning of this.
So he's not going to be on TV for a few months.
I think he's going to be on TV Friday.
But it's not wrestling or whatever.
No, God, that boy don't wrestle.
Well, yeah, but even less so than normal. Yeah.
But it's just not good. Yeah. I don't know. It's just 36 minutes.
Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy.
They said it was a tribal combat match, which the rules on the website read, no one's allowed to interfere until after the match.
Okay. Then it's not interference.
But Solo and Jimmy Uso both interfere.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. And then Jimmy turns on Jay.
I saw that clip.
Which a lot of people are like, okay, this just jumped the shark.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? This is kind of lame. Roman retains. Very weird. Yeah. I don't get it. Why Jimmy would turn on Jay.
Yeah.
Jimmy's the one who was trying to convince Jay to turn on Roman.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Are they going to do Sami Steen and him versus Roman, the other Uso, and Solo?
I don't think so. No.
Weird.
I don't know what they're doing, but
because they don't know what they're doing.
No.
Didn't Heyman say in an interview they're only in the third chapter or whatever?
And a report came out where somebody was quoted as saying, Roman and Heyman aren't going to lose the belt until they fucking feel like it.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, that's scary. Okay,
cool. So the other thing too, though, with Gunther, so Gunther's going to beat Honky's title reign, huh?
He's going to beat the Honkinator.
That's crazy to me.
Sure is, right?
Still won't make Gunther the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
He's going to beat it, though.
That's crazy. Wayne Ferris is gonna have a fucking heart attack.
He's gonna try to fucking Tommy Dreamer WrestleMania.
Oh yeah,
man.
Oh yeah. Like Gunther better watch his back. He's gonna get shake rattled and rolled in a parking lot with a crowbar. Like it's gonna be he's gonna get stuffed in the back of a pink Cadillac. That's why Billy Gunn retired because
that's the reason.
Because fucking Rockabilly's going. He got the call up. Rockabilly was Winter Soldier this whole time. He was a sleeper agent for Honky Tonk Man. He's just
fucking
gonna show
retcon
up.
that real quick.
Show up in a jumpsuit. He's gonna beat the shit out of Gunther.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah.
So that was SummerSlam. I thought Tim and Marcus did a good job breaking it down on Viewer's Choice, where out of all the big shows that have been happening lately, this is probably the worst one.
Okay.
It's very, like, I think...
It's a shame.
I don't know which one said they felt like nothing's must-see.
Yeah.
Which, for your kind of your second biggest show of the year, you want something...
SummerSlam's huge, yeah.
Yeah, you want something to be must-see. I only have one thing from Raw. There was a 4-way number one contenders match for the Intercontinental title. Mm-hmm. Chad Gable, Riddle, Ricochet, and Tomato Champer. Mm-hmm. Chad Gable won.
Oh.
So they're going to give Gable a singles program, I guess, with Gunther.
That's going to be... That visual's going to be a little wild.
Dude, the match on Raw, the week before was awesome.
Yeah.
At ringside was Gable's kid dressed up in a singlet and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And they picked him up. It's it was so
cute.
cool.
Okay, nice.
And the other thing from Raw that I said, because you said about Rollins challenging Reigns.
Yeah.
So the main event was Rollins, Cody, and Nakamura against the Judgment Day.
Okay.
Judgment Day loses. They, babyface team wins. And at the end, they're up on the post, posing. And Rollins gets down and turns around, and Nakamura nails him with the knee.
Okay.
So Nakamura is going to have a program with Rollins, I guess.
I'd put that belt on Nakamura.
I mean, it ain't going to happen, but,
not.
That's another one that's just not going to happen.
When was Cody's mom there with the girl with the big boobs behind her?
That was SummerSlam.
That was SummerSlam?
Yes.
Yeah, with and where Brock Lesnar went off script and raised Cody Rhodes' arms, apparently.
God damn it.
Who said that? Did Cody Rhodes
Triple
say that?
H said that.
Triple H said that? It's like, which liar made that one up?
Yeah,
was it Cody or Triple H?
Where's the lie? Yeah, get the fuck going, pal. All right, Rampage. Yeah. So I did not watch this whole show.
No?
No. Fuck
okay.
No. I only watched part of it. The QTV segment I caught.
Okay.
Because apparently the hat that they showed.
Yeah, it was the
Broski's Indie God hat.
Apparently, yes. I don't even have that in my notes.
Well, I only have that and one other thing.
Well, so we opened up with the Hardys and Keith Lee versus Butcher, Blade, and Kip.
You watched this? Huh?
No, why would I watch that?
All right.
We got the Kingdom promo where they're injecting themselves in the Adam Cole story. We get a Young Bucks promo where they challenge the Hardys challenge the Bucks, and like in that one thing about when they were talking about the Young Bucks contracts, and we can bring this up here because we were going to talk about this anyway. But the one Young Buck said he was going to retire, like he thought about retiring, but they all agreed to go to the same place together. And I wish they did retire.
Yep. Or went to the other place.
Yeah. So I'm just going to throw this in here. Why not? It's a weird spot for it, but we're going to do it anyway. It's the first mention of the Young Bucks on this show. If I was Tony Khan, because that's part of the news we talked about last week, I guess, but like they've been talking about it sort of relentlessly. I would have let the Young Bucks, I would have let the Elite whole cloth walk.
Including Omega?
Including Omega. Okay. If it came down to it, I would have tried to keep Omega, and I probably would have tried to keep Hangman. But I, for 100%, would have let the Young Bucks walk.
Yeah, I agree.
And if they threw an ultimatum at me, I would have let them all walk. Because the Bucks aren't draws anymore.
No, they're really not.
Right.
Not to me.
Not to me. The crowds don't react like they used to.
No.
And Omega is still great and Hangman is still really good. But the fact that they all agreed that, wherever we're going to go together. And the fact that they all thought, because they're like, we almost did go to WWE. You honestly think that the WWE is going to let them all walk in together as a faction and be right on main TV?
Come on, man. They're going to be the new Radicals.
Yeah, you think that's going to happen?
Yeah.
I think Kenny Omega would end up on a TV show. Hangman Page would enter a program with who knows who, and I think the Young Bucks would be on NXT until they died.
Didn't New Radicals have that song in the 90s?
Yeah, you get what you give.
You always give what you
Yeah,
give. They would have to come out to that,
yeah,
right?
right.
The part was just Marilyn Manson.
Yeah,
kick
it's like
your ass
it's
or
something Beck and Hansen.
Yeah, there you go.
Something Marilyn Manson.
Kick your asses.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Right.
Dwinkie's yelling at he's
Sorry.
yelling the lyrics.
I said
right
New
now.
Horizons and my brain just stopped.
New Radicals, baby.
Or New Radicals, yeah.
But
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
I just at this point, especially we know that the Bucks backstage like swing their weight around and have in some instances caused some harm backstage to the company. Let them walk, see what happens.
I agree.
You know, because we'll talk about it when it comes up on Dynamite or whatever. But I don't think they have the drawing power they think they do.
No,
and they announce themselves as the main characters of these shows and all that. I just don't think they are.
I'm with you, brother.
So, but anyway, they didn't retire. We get Hardy's Bucks on Wednesday. Anna Jay, Sky Blue,
Sure didn't watch
wasn't
this.
bad.
Okay.
I promise you, it wasn't bad.
Take your word for
But
it.
Anna
I'm
Jay.
gonna watch it on mute.
Anna Jay back to the magician's jacket in this match was when I knew that the Jericho Appreciation Society wasn't making it.
Okay.
Did you watch the Statlander promo?
Nope. Oh yeah,
Where she's squatting
I saw
Renee?
it online where she's
Hilarious.
squatting Renee. It's so fucking.
And she
random.
says like something about like something that dills my pickle or something.
Yeah, she's like, get your cock, get your
Something crazy.
fucking moppers. I don't fucking know what's going on.
Let's do crazy promos again.
I'm down with that.
I'm
Where
down
she's just
for that.
squatting Renee.
Right, absolutely. We get Swerve and Fox in a squash.
Okay, I did watch
AR
that.
Fox wearing a bloody shirt
'Cause
from his
dude-
Nick Wayne murder.
I'm still scared of that
Yeah.
scene.
Big Bill and Cass get a promo here. I wanted them in matching outfits, but that didn't mean both of them in jeans, which is what they are in this promo. But at one point, Brian Cage
Does
says...
he call them sloppy jalopies?
He might.
Okay.
But he also says, too jacked, too juicy, too swole to control. And again, if you want my steroid guy to come on TV and say nonsense,
I'm about it.
I'm on board.
I can only like half understand what the guy says anyway because he has Scott Steiner marble mouth.
Right. I'm on board. But the only thing worth watching on this Rampage, the rest of it is garbage, the parking lot brawl.
Yeah, so they announced before this, Pac is hurt.
Yes.
He's going to be out a while,
Yeah.
which is sad.
Yeah, it's not... he's a pretty beat up dude. He gets hurt a lot these days, and I think it's his style. Sadly.
It could be.
You know, he's
But
not
like,
a young
him
man.
missing Wembley, that's a
That
big
stinks.
deal.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, dude, the parking lot brawl. Best friends versus Blackpool Combat Club.
Yes.
Dude, I love this.
This was
I love
fantastic.
this so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do this once a week.
As good as the first one or no?
No.
I agree. Thank you. Thank you.
I like the callbacks to the first one. I like that they're checking the trunks for Orange Cassidy.
That was awesome.
But no. Bloodier, I think. Because Trent gets color immediately.
Trent and Mox bleed
Yes.
buckets
Right.
here.
Claudio doesn't like bleeding. Claudio doesn't love the business.
I think Chuck E.T. might have
Chuck
bled
E.
a
T.
little
does
too.
towards the end.
Yeah.
Yes. With the I think the screwdriver
Dude,
spot.
when Yuta comes out and starts
Yeah,
stabbing him
right.
over and over,
Yes.
that was crazy.
But like Trent gets Canadian Destroyer through a windshield. Chuck E. T. siphons gas
that was
to
nuts.
get the flaming barbed wire
and
board.
it didn't light.
It didn't
unfortunately.
light. Thankfully, it didn't. We all know how that didn't work for Cactus and Terry.
I wanted it to light. Come
You're
on.
right. But we get the Cactus Jack barbed wire board.
Yeah.
We get the screwdrivers. OC surfs in.
That was so fucking cool.
Right. Styles and Teen Wolf on the top of Sue's van. And then I get upset because I thought they were going to hurt Sue. I thought Sue was like, oh, I'll slide on the line. I'll let these maniacs bother me.
Dude.
And instead they just destroy her car. Claudio with his bare hands tears a door off
That
the
was
car.
scary. Moxley's like flattening her tires by
Yes.
just slashing them. I was like, dude, that's fucked up.
It's terrifying,
Like, that's
yes.
fucked up.
Mox smashes the windows with
That's
the bat.
definitely not the first or 13th time he's done that.
They do the curb stomp through the windshield.
Gross.
This was nuts.
I loved
this
it, man.
might have been crazier than the first one, but it's
Yeah.
not as good. That first one
That
was
first
better.
one was a lot of. That's the first time Santana and Ortiz wore the dead president's face paint. That was like
I like the first one more.
I agree.
But they're two A's, maybe an A and an A plus
Yep,
out of the
I
first
agree.
one.
Yeah.
Do these more because this rules.
was so
they do
fucking
these so
awesome,
well.
man.
Like and like if you need to put if this becomes the best friend's signature match,
sure, let's make it happen.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I like this a lot. And if it moves the best friends into a more prominent position, if Sheeta gets her title because of the pandemic thing, let's start again recognizing these teams that got you through the pandemic, and best friends were one of them, big time.
They sure were.
So this was nuts. I like this a ton.
Me too, man. On to the A show.
The A show.
Collision.
We're colliders.
Dude, through and through.
Yes.
Tag titles, FTR versus Big Bill and Brian Cage.
Dude, I texted you about this. I loved this.
I thought it was all right.
Really?
Yeah.
I was so into this, man.
Yeah.
Because the big guys wrestled like big guys. They did the fucking Steiner's Bulldog move, the finish.
Did.
I like this a lot. I'm surprised you didn't like big guys being big guys.
I just thought it was all right.
Oh, man, I love this a lot.
They got real sloppy towards the end.
Yeah, it's fine. They're big guys. Road Warriors are sloppy
Everybody
too.
got sloppy.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I liked it a lot. I liked it for the spectacle, and I was like, okay, we're going to have a big juiced up tag team in this company, and we're not, because Big Bill's not mentioned again. He died on his way to his home planet, I guess. But
Jesus.
But I like this a ton.
One too many heaters.
I like that FTR had to fight off two big, roided up monsters.
Yeah, I thought it was okay.
Okay. When Big Bill chokeslams hair on the Bald from all fours. When Bald was on all fours.
Yeah.
That was gross. He tried to roll it away, took it on his ribs.
It was all right. So FTR afterwards, that's where they make the challenge to the Bucks for Wembley.
Cool, man.
I don't probably have everything on this show. I wrote down what I thought.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Card Blade?
Card Blade Switchboard?
Dude. This is where Jay White, he's back.
Yes.
Not that he was gone for long, but he's back.
Yes.
The fucking end of the promo where Switchblade, the Guns, and Juice are all doing the finger guns to Shivani.
Yeah.
I was laughing so fucking hard. I was like, dude, if you don't like Bullet Club Gold, I think you're going to start this week.
I hope so.
Because, and we'll mention it here, Jay White versus Grand Metalik.
Yes.
I thought this was pretty good. Mm-hmm. Again, nothing knockout, but I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But for me, it's the Guns on commentary are hilarious.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When they're leaving, and I think Austin Gunn has to run back and go get Card Blade.
Yes.
And they're in the ring, and Jay White puts his arm around his own cardboard cutout. I was like, dude, this is so fucking fun.
Very funny,
like,
yes.
this is great.
Right.
I'm a gold member.
Yeah.
Count me in. Okay?
All right.
I'm a Collider. I'm a gold member.
Listen, I'm all in on Card Blade Whiteboard.
Dude, I thought it was like, it's funny.
It's
like,
very funny. Yeah. For sure.
It's not like what they're doing with Bullet Club in Japan now, where it's all trying to be serious. Like, no, you can tell these guys are like, oh, we're funny. Let's be goofs. Yeah, let's fucking do it, and we'll still fuck you up if need be.
Yes. Do you have the Tony Storm breakdown promo in her underwear?
I do. I actually was like, if they're gonna make her like a disheveled 50s actress, so I'm all right. It's
when
a
this
character.
happened, I was like, oh, the Outcasts are done.
I thought so too.
It doesn't look like it though.
It doesn't
look like it because they're making they're subjecting us to Saraya wrestling in a week or whatever. But Mercedes Statlander was all right. Spider German was cool.
Yeah.
Diamante turns. Who cares?
It was like one of those like she ran out and I was like, "Who are you? Who are you?"
Serpentico dies in the fastest match in Collision history.
So happy. I fucking cannot get enough of Samoa Joe. And then Joe challenges Punk singly for Wembley.
Right?
That's kind of wild. I like how he said, he took a shot at you, brother.
Yeah?
He said, this legacy is not ending on a roll-up. And I was like, that's a shot at you. Because you're perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine with the legacy. I'm fine with anyone's legacy ending on a roll-up. Right. Anybody's legacy he's in a roll-up, I'm completely fine with it, yes.
I like the House of Black beating up little kids.
Yes.
Who was it? Darius Martin, Andretti,
and Shotty Lee Johnson.
Yeah,
Shotty Lee. As our house rule... what's her name? Julia Hart banned from ringside. It's like, okay, we're just gonna kill you.
So it was funny. So from what I read, Julia Hart and Shotty Lee are dating. And when she was leaving the ringside, she looked at Shotty Lee and I guess she said to him, "You're not getting any."
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
but they kind of just murder them.
they
And
kinda
this is
just beat the shit
this is
out of
what they
them.
need to do.
Right, for sure.
And then they announced that next week it's going to be them versus Cumfarter. Mm-hmm. Sounds so gross to say. CMFTR? Oh, I just disgusted myself there.
Look in your eyes.
Yeah,
I saw you die a little inside when you said "cum farter" that smoothly. It just flowed right out of your mouth.
It's gone all down my chin.
The acclaimed interview on this show about Billy's boots was really good and
I
made
thought
me
that was
emotional.
good. Yeah.
We'll see what happens to Billy because Billy's not done for real.
No, of course
you
not.
don't listen. I know people may not think that highly of Billy Gunn and whatever. All right, he's time for him to retire. He's lost a step or whatever. When Billy Gunn's going, he's going out with a celebration.
Absolutely, he's going to show his ass.
Billy is a fucking talented dude and has a incredible wrestling career.
How about QT Marshall trying to apologize to Powerhouse Hobbs, and Powerhouse Hobbs just snatches the chain that he gives him? I thought that was so good, man.
Not as good though as Christian yelling at his own daughter.
This is my favorite moment of the week, dude. I no bullshit. I must have rewound and watched this probably 10 times in a row.
It's your favorite of the whole week.
My favorite moment.
Are you sure?
Am I sure? Probably.
Okay.
Is there something you're going to bring up to me later?
From Dynamite. Maybe it involved trampolines.
This is my favorite moment of the week.
All right.
Dude.
Okay.
I laughed so fucking hard. Because, so it's funny. This is the same girl last week on Dynamite where Jungle Boy escaped RVD.
She put her on his lap. Yeah,
Christian's daughter. That's hilarious.
Right.
And I watched this over and over. And when he's about to do the line because he's holding her, he gives her the little Iggy.
Yeah.
And then he tugs the belt and he gives the Iggy again.
Yeah.
And dude, Daddy, can I have your belt? And just the seriousness. Did you win this belt? I was hysterical. And he's like, get out of here. Go find your mother. Security, she doesn't have credentials. Get her out of the arena. Christian Cage is the fucking best, dude. He adds so much to the show by doing so little.
For sure.
And that's why he's a fucking professional.
Yes.
Dude, did you win this belt?
Did you win this belt?
It just the delivery, just deadpan. Oh, it was so good. Oh my God, I loved it so much.
For sure.
And then Punk Starks.
Right, main event.
Yeah, I thought the match was decent. Yeah. The crowd made this. The crowd was red hot for this.
So excited. I'm surprised this isn't the first thing you mentioned. Steamboat comes out to his WCW theme.
Amazing, right?
Hugs good old JR.
Yeah, I was laughing because I was watching something. I was kind of watching this, and I was and I saw you in the chat being like, JR's got heat with Steamboat, brother.
Yeah. He got mad.
Yeah.
When Steamer shook everybody's hand and he skipped JR. Yeah. He's like, you're not going to shake my hand. And then he came around and hugged him. He's like, it's better. I know you a long time, Steamer.
I guess that's how JR likes somebody if he's known you a long time.
He was half a second away from saying that Vic Steamboat was better.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, I thought it was decent, They fucked up some stuff. But the crowd was red hot during this, man.
I like Steamer hitting Starks off the ropes when he's trying to cheat. Yeah.
And can we talk about the whooping that Ricky gave Steamboat afterwards?
Right. That was a big one. And I was like, what's going to happen here? This is interesting. What's going to come of Steamer getting beat up?
So.
And I don't know.
I don't know who it was. They did an interview. Somebody talked to Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
Ricky Starks said that was all Steamboat's idea.
Okay.
Originally, what was going to happen was Steamboat was Starks was going to push Steamboat and Steamboat was just going to punch him out.
Yeah.
Steamboat goes, no. He goes, we got to get you over.
Yeah.
And he said, they went over the finish, pulled Punk and Starks in the room and just says, you're just going to lash me.
Yeah.
Hit me a bunch of times.
What if Steamboat sells in the night, too, teaching those kids how to sell.
Incredible.
I was waiting for the chops.
Yeah.
I'm like, he can still throw an arm drag. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll happen next week. Maybe it'll come out. Who knows?
I don't think so. I think it's probably a one-off.
Yeah.
Did you see the little Punk promo on Dynamite? The little insert where he was like,
yeah,
you not only disrespect me, there's a lot of people gunning for you now, Starks.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dude, Collision rocks.
Collision was a good show again.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Damn, it's really
the wrestling
good.
show.
It is. Because then we're going to get the Dynamite.
Yes, Dynamite.
Kicked it off with the Jericho Appreciation Society thing.
Yes.
It was
fine. I knew they were done. I think everybody knew they were done. But when Anna Jay started wearing the magician's jacket, I was like, all right, they're done.
that was
it. They're done. And like everybody got their moment. I like that Garcia danced in his face.
If I'm gonna start telling people off, that's how I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Hip thrust, get out of here.
But yeah, it was okay. I'm more worried about what's gonna happen to like 2.0 in this shuffle.
Yeah.
Hager can go back to Bellator or whatever, start hitting
wants.
people in the dick to win matches.
Yeah.
But yeah, that concerns me more. But I mean, they weren't even really using any of these guys in the Jericho Society. So maybe
they've been broken off for a little while now.
So maybe they'll get tag matches because whatever they do doesn't have to be tied into Jericho in any way. But 2.0 is real good. And I think we can use them more.
I don't think this is the end of it.
No,
because like how
Jericho
met Callis backstage, and Jericho's like, "We'll make my decision and we'll make it public next week."
Yeah.
All right, what do you got up your sleeve?
Right.
Which, by the way, all the respect to Miss Renee last night.
So I mean, there's probably a really good chance that Jericho like joins the Callis thing with Takeshita, and something happens that Callis and Takeshita turn on him, and the society comes to save Jericho, and it's a roundabout babyface turn back to babyface for the Jericho Appreciation Society kind of thing.
I wonder if Will Ospreay shows up on Wednesday. Because that's the match that's teased for All In is Jericho Ospreay. Mm-hmm. So maybe, what if Ospreay, what if they're going to put him in and then last second Ospreay jumps him and Callis is like, "You're never getting in."
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe.
If you could do it.
Takeshita and Ospreay,
If you could do it, do it.
Like, what if, or like you could do it too.
Because how Callis provided Ospreay those security in Canada or whatever.
Doing Takeshita Omega.
That's the talk.
So what if Jericho Takeshita come out to jump Omega? Ospreay comes out. Everybody thinks he's going to save Kenny,
and he just jumps on Kenny,
and he looks like he's going to, but then he jumps
Jericho
out, joins. I don't know. That's
somehow
convoluted. Something.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll see. But I don't want to see Jericho Ospreay at any capacity.
No, not at all. Adam Cole and MJF.
Yes,
brother.
Yeah. Well, we got Hardys versus Bucks before that, but
I literally don't even have it in my notes.
Right, and we already talked about it. This match,
I probably should because it's just not good.
Right, they stole the show.
Oh yeah.
This match stunk out loud. The crowd's not responding to either team the way they once did. The entrances they are.
Yeah,
but once that bell rings, it's over.
Nah, it's done.
I don't see either of these teams as a draw, and the Bucks especially are not the draw that they think they are.
Matt Hardy, you delusional fuck you.
Crazy person. That's when the Bucks call out FTR, blah, blah, blah. But yes, MJF Cole thing.
Dude.
What does Max say? We're going to go bang some rats or whatever.
Yeah, go to the bar, bang some rats.
Right.
No, they're not.
They're not.
Dude, they're at a fucking trampoline park.
They are.
When Adam Cole's just jumping up and down, going, "Max, look how high I can jump."
Yeah.
It was so fucking funny. But then when he says there's dodgeball, dude, that was one of the funniest parts AEW's ever done.
It was really funny. I thought that's why when you said that the Christian thing was your favorite, like I thought for sure that MJF nailing a kid in the nuts with a dodgeball would be your number one.
That's a close.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yes.
Him saying I'm your dad or whatever, dude.
I slept with your mom.
Yeah. I banged your mom.
I banged your mom. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So funny enough, I was watching dodgeball on the Ocho this
I
weekend.
thought you would say, funny enough, I was at a trampoline park.
No, my ankles.
I was going to say, what?
Oh yeah, look at my Marty Jannetty foot. No, I was watching dodgeball on the Ocho this weekend.
Dude, the Ocho's fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
I like the Ocho.
I like dodgeball. I liked the dodge juggling or whatever the fuck, or extreme juggling. Did you ever see that on there?
No.
It's kind of like dodgeball. There's a back row, and the back row is like one or two people juggling, like juggling pins or whatever. And then both teams have balls, and they're throwing them. And the first team to knock all the juggling pins out of the juggler's hands wins.
Okay.
It's insane, and I don't know how it's a sport. I don't know why there's leagues where people have money to travel to do this kind of shit.
Hey,
cornhole's also on the Ocho like crazy.
Cornhole's on regular ESPN too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Super fucking
So is
competitive
axe
too.
throwing.
Oh, that's weird.
Uh-huh.
All right.
But goddamn,
Yes,
this was
it's
amazing.
very funny, yes.
I guess we'll jump ahead too, because later in the show, Cole and MJF come out for a promo together.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I like the you're so when MJF thinks that they're having a promo battle, and he says you're so white and thin, Hulk Hogan would have snorted you in the 80s.
What a line.
But yeah, it was okay. Again, Max goes a little too long with his stuff, tries to say too many things.
Yeah.
But it was good.
But then, like, when Roddy came out,
Yeah.
it was kind of like, I was like, kind of sided with Max, where he's like,
Yeah.
why are you being just a whiny bitch
Right.
about this?
Yes.
And then the Kingdom was right about you.
Yeah.
And the Kingdom comes out and they embrace Roddy. And Cole gets pissed and shoves MJF. And I'm like, here we go.
Yeah.
Like, I thought, like, right there, MJF was
Yeah.
going to deck him. But
Yes.
all right,
I
we're
saw
gonna let it play out.
Where did I see this theory? Was it in the Discord? Somebody talking? I don't think so. About at Wembley, it's gonna be Cole's gonna be wrestling, and he's gonna turn on Max because Roddy's gonna come help him, and Britt's gonna join, and they're gonna be a heel stable.
That was Brian Alvarez.
Was that Brian Alvarez? Really?
Yeah, because
Was that Alvarez?
That's when they're gonna slide him the roll of quarters.
That was in the same thing.
That was Brian.
Was
Alvarez.
that really in the same thing?
That's
because I saw them
That's
independently.
why
of
you
one
had
another.
an interaction with somebody.
Well, so no, because yes, but no, because I didn't see that
that's
first
what it,
half.
that's what it stemmed from.
Oh, I only saw the second half about the quarters thing.
That's what.
That's from the first. Oh, because I don't follow Alvarez.
Yeah.
I only see when he gets retweeted, and I read the thing about Britt and stuff. So like Alvarez, that's fine because he gets copied. Every fucking news site writes everything he says, but I didn't know it was linked to the quarters thing. Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a little bit of interaction. It was fine. Well, listen, I asked an honest question, and I got a very calm, honest answer. I was not expecting that.
I didn't see the answer. I'll have to check on it. I saw the question. I didn't see the answer.
It was an honest question. I just
It was a very
and
yeah. You put it the right way.
And we'll just talk about it here. Alvarez said that they should throw quarters at MJF when they turn heel.
Well, he said you hit him with a roll,
Right, hit him a roll of quarters and whatever.
because of the MJF story about getting quarters thrown at him.
Yes,
pick it up,
As a kid,
Jubilee,
right,
pick it up.
Right, and I'll say Bix. Everybody knows Bix. I saw the thing. I saw Bix saying that that being anti-Semitism and that Alvarez taking his mask off and whatever, and whatever sort of reaction Bix tends to take online is neither here nor there. But I had a genuine question because that connection would have never been connected in my brain, right? Because I don't have a dog in that fight. So like, I don't have the perspective of being a Jewish man who is picked on and ridiculed by people all the time. And it's true. Jewish people get the fucking worst of it from a lot of fucking people.
Yep.
But that connection, hearing if I had just heard the thing from Alvarez independently about the roll of quarters, I don't think I would have made that connection. And maybe it's because I only half pay attention to Max when he talks. But then I just popped in my brain a legitimate question, which was Juice Robinson uses the quarter gimmick he has for months.
Yeah.
So in New Japan and when he came over in New Japan Strong and here, I said, so if Max had to, I'll even bring it up. I
know you said if Max and Juice had an interaction.
Right, if they had an interaction, would Max not be able to do, or would Juice not be able to do that spot?
Sure.
And somebody said I think what is a really terrible response to my thing about black wrestlers and watermelon, which I think is insane to respond to me. Yes, like comparing that, and I was like, I didn't respond, I didn't even get into a fight.
No.
I was just like, I'm just asking. I was like, I'm asking a question. You don't have to bring
That's
that into
moving
it.
a goalpost in a different direction there.
And Bix said not necessarily. Because I said, would he not do it? And Bix said not necessarily, because I guess it all sort of matters, right? And then somebody else said, I think that was only Bix's only response to me. That's fine. But then somebody else said, I think there's a difference between a quarter loaded punch and just spiking a roll of quarters at someone. A loaded punch is its own thing, and it's not necessarily you hitting someone with money, but actually throwing your quarters at someone is a specific action, which is fair.
Yeah, it's fair.
Brian Alvarez sucks. So, I'm not gonna call anyone necessarily names and assume about them any sort of one way or the other. But I do know that Alvarez fucking sucks, and I don't listen to anything he says, except for the things that I don't realize he says that I repeat here on the show. But it was just an honest question, because I was just wondering, and not that Juice is going to face Max, but I was trying to figure out if the offending nature of it comes from because those promos were cut towards Cole, or is it just the act as a whole? Because Juice clearly doing it has nothing to do with anyone's sort of religion or upbringing or heritage. Yeah. So I was just concerned. I don't know, wrestling, and somebody said they do it anyway, and you're absolutely right. Wrestling has done way fucking worse to a lot of fucking people.
They sure have.
So, but that's just what that was. But yeah, all right. I didn't realize that was Alvarez's idea. That guy stinks.
Up next, Mr. Rob Van Dam.
Yes.
Going up against Jack Perry.
RV Dizzle.
RVD looked awesome.
Looked great.
Dude,
weed's good for you. Who knew?
He fucking murdered Jack Perry with the apron spin kick over the guardrail.
For sure.
Crushed him with it.
The best thing I saw is when RVD was going for the Rolling Thunder, and Perry leaves the ring, and so he's like, just let him do it. He never hits it anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't fucking hit it. It was fun though,
it was
man.
A good match. I liked it a lot.
Good.
Yeah.
Already looked good.
Already
obviously.
Already looked better than Jungle Jerk in his Jerry Lynn tights.
Yeah,
Jerry
they were
Lynn pants.
falling apart and shit. What a mess.
Oh, no, I don't come out. Maybe they were giving him actually by Jerry Lynn. I don't think so though, because I think Jungle.
I'm sorry, who?
Mr. JL.
Who?
Jerry Lynn.
Who?
Jerry Lynn.
Jerry Lynn.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So
I don't think I have the throat capacity to do that.
Okay. Blackpool Combat Club
Pervert.
against fucking prevert.
Wait, MJF called Roddy a bland bitch, and that's funny.
He did a bland bitch, yes. Blackpool Combat Club against the Lucha Bros.
Yes. I didn't like this. Sorry. I didn't mean to cut
the fuck? Jesus Christ. I didn't like this.
I stopped you in your tracks there.
Fuck.
Sorry.
No, I thought this was decent. I know like you and like Mike in the Discord were both like, I don't really like the feud.
Yeah.
My argument was I think Lucha Bros are kind of bulletproof.
Yeah.
Because they're fucking cool. I don't know. They're just cool.
Yeah.
They're bulletproof.
No, I still like both of them. So I said I didn't like it. I more sort of drilling down on it. I expected better out of these people.
Okay. And that I understand.
I think everyone looked a bit like a half step off from each other. I think like Claudio, Claudio sort of stumble stepped a little bit a couple times, and like
the Lucha Bros spike pile driver was real sloppy.
Because
they didn't go down on the spike.
Right. And I just think usually those guys are so much better at that stuff.
Yeah.
And I've seen Claudio wrestle Lucha guys for, I don't know, checks my watch, 15 plus years.
Yeah.
And this was not up to his normal stuff. And sometimes he doesn't have good chemistry with people.
It just happens.
Again, I will bring to the day I died, that Dustin match. I was so excited for that match, and it stunk
that match
out loud.
Was real bad.
And those are two of my favorite guys to watch in ring. And I was like, that stunk.
That match was real bad.
And also, they took Penta's mask at the end, but it happens every time.
But when Claudio put it on, was
funny.
It was real great.
That was funny. But every match, they're like, we're just gonna take Penta's mask at the end or rip it open or whatever. Yeah. So
Penta, listen, Penta needs to turn into Triple Mania Penta, where he just gets real bloody and shit with the mask ripped.
Penta Oscuro or whatever again. Bring that shit back.
Sure.
And also they're involving Abrahantes, the hype man, more. And that dude should get his ass beat all the way back to QVC.
That's a fact. Out comes the Mogul Embassy.
Yes.
Prince Nana's dancing.
Perfect.
Notch.
Prince Nana, friend of the show.
So, they're just...
Prince Nana.
Yeah, Prince Nana. They're just cutting their promo on Darby. Darby comes out and he's like, you say I have no friends. Mm-hmm. Trust me, you're wrong.
Yeah.
The lights go out. The lights go out.
Yes.
We end up getting Stinger in the ring,
We do.
like face to face with Swerve, which I
Everybody.
was like, wait a minute, there's something I didn't know I needed to see.
Yeah, and fuck this tag match business. I want a singles.
Dude, Sting Swerve would
Yep.
be
Yes,
killer.
absolutely.
So I'm excited for that because
Yeah.
I really like what Swerve and AR Fox are doing.
for sure.
I think it's been awesome.
Yeah, and Sting's going to do something silly.
Yeah, of course he is because it's a coffin match.
Sting in his patented coffin.
The fuck is going on? And then main event, which they announced earlier in the show at All In the tradition of All In or All Out, whatever.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 4-way for the women's title.
Okay.
And they announced a mini tournament.
Yeah.
Which I'm like,
Tony Storm gets a bye because she's having a tough time.
it makes zero fucking sense to me.
Right.
I was like,
She just
oh,
lost
so
the
the
championship.
champ doesn't get the it's so
Yeah.
like,
Oh, wait, is Cheetah has a match in the tournament?
yeah, this was the match.
Oh, really?
Her and Jay for the title.
What?
Yeah.
So if Cheetah didn't win, wait, what?
If Sheeta didn't win, Anna Jay would win, and Anna Jay would be the women's champ in the 4-way at All In.
That's weird.
Right? Like,
Yeah, she just
your champ doesn't just on
Yeah.
like,
That's weird. I don't like that.
yeah, real fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's gonna be happening over the next couple weeks. I
Then
guess
that's where we're getting Sky Blue versus Soraya.
I think it's on Rampage this
Oh, boy.
week. And the return of the bunny.
Okay.
But Hikaru Shida, Anna Jay,
Yeah, I don't know what notes on it.
not good.
Yeah.
It's just
Not Cheetah's fault.
just not good.
Anna Jay, we didn't talk about this earlier. Anna Jay's outfit from the JAS breakup thing, those pants should be in a museum.
Brother.
And her ring gear's
telling
nice
me.
too, but them pants should be in a museum.
Jack Perry, lucky man.
But yeah, I like Sheeta so much. And Sheeta is very good, and this match isn't necessarily her fault. I think she has a harder time in America elevating American talent than she does sort of matching when she wrestles in Japan or
I'll
has
give you
wrestled in
that.
Japan in the past. I think this is a better Anna Jay match than Anna Jay usually has, but it still wasn't very good.
She's not great.
But yeah, I wouldn't be using her
Yeah.
in most capacities. But again, Tony Khan is trying. Clearly, he saw that guy sign and heard the memo. But also, you don't have to over-index and make it main event every week.
Yeah.
Like, this could have been anywhere else on the card.
As long as it's not at 9:30.
I think the better thing of it is instead of having this at main event, maybe start 2 women's programs at once instead of just having 1 women's program where 2 women wrestle every week and that's all you get to see.
And there wasn't any, I think, main event quality matches on this show this week. Everything was
Yeah. The Dynamite was
fair.
It was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It was, middling to good.
Yeah.
Nothing great. We got some Wembley announcements, which is nice.
But Sting's back.
And Sting is back. And I like when he had Swerve with the belt up against his chin, or the bat up against his chin.
So awesome.
Sting fucking rules, man.
God damn.
Sting is going to do something so silly at Wembley.
I can't wait.
Yeah, he's going to do something.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
And I asked you this in the group, but you don't think he'll ever do the rappel from the ceiling ever again?
No, I don't think he ever did it after Owen died.
Is that true? I was just thought about that.
I'm almost positive.
Did that end that?
I think so.
Because this is a weird statement because obviously someone had the biggest mishap. But you remember when Sting got stuck in it and had to fight with the bungee cord on his back still?
I remember that, and I remember when he was when he had DDP strapped up, and when he went back up with DDP, he kept yanking on the thing to like signal to go up, and they wouldn't go up.
Yeah,
and he just had to keep fighting everyone with DDP still strapped to him.
Yeah,
what a fucking visual though, man!
Yeah.
Oh, it was so cool. But all right, I mean that's
that's it.
That's the United States, sir.
That is a full rundown of U.S. wrestling.
Do you have your bags packed?
Always. I keep them packed perennially.
Are you ready to go?
I am.
All right, let's hit the road.
All right, look at us. We're here. We're in Japan.
Dude, we got
Uh-oh.
we got a few Japan things.
Oh, all right. I thought we were going to scoop and boot for a second.
No,
I thought we had big news.
No.
Big news is here. Where are we starting in Japan?
So I figure we can hit some quick shit.
Okay.
And then we'll finish up with G1.
Okay. I'm fine with that because
So-
it is the end and the beginning of the next stages. So
Yeah.
okay.
So I watched the main event from Gleet's show this week.
I heard you talking about this.
Yes, it was a 10-man tag. It was like kind of like an all-star situation. So you had the team of Daisuke Sekimoto, Hagane Shinu,
Okay.
Kota Ibushi,
Pop this open. Yeah.
pop the top,
Non-alcoholic this time.
Suji Ishikawa, and Yumihiro Imanare going up against Team Gleet.
Oh, I was gonna say all those dudes are in Glee, but
They're all outside of Gleet.
they're the radicals. Of
Yeah,
Glee.
they're like the. It's kind of weird. It's like they're almost like the independent Japanese guys right now, which I think is cool. Team Gleet, which was Czech Shimatani, L. Lindemann.
No, Lindemann Mania running wild,
Which
brother.
somebody I saw referred to him this week as one of my favorite parts of the match was that little Hulk Hogan dude.
Because Lindemann Mania is running wild, brother.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Brother, listen here, brother dude. Kaito Ishida, Soma Watanabe, and Takanari Ito.
Okay.
So it was elimination style.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
You don't see that too often.
Dude, this was fucking awesome. I
You're
suggest
a Gleet head, brother.
I'm not a Gleet head.
You're suckling on the Gleet teeth.
Gleeting everywhere.
You just
Feel my
to the windows.
to the walls.
To the
Yeah.
walls.
A Gleet. Remember that time I got real fired up when that came on?
Yep.
On the first time to DC?
Uh-huh.
That was an experience.
Gleet, motherfucker. Gleet, goddamn.
Gleeted all over the steering wheel. So this match.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, it was elimination style. At the end, it came down to Kota Ibushi and Kaito Ishida.
Yeah.
Ishida was kicking out of the blue thunder power bomb.
Yeah.
Kicked out of the Kamagoye. Really, we're building him up,
Yeah.
and then eventually does fall. And Ibushi's like the last man standing.
I think isn't Lindemann the champ of Gleet?
No, that's T-Hawk is the G-Rex
Oh,
champion.
okay. What if Lindemann has a title?
He's the junior All Japan champion.
Oh, right. Okay. That's because Lindemann Mania is running wild, brother.
Try to stop it, brother. Linda McMahon Mania.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah,
She
dude.
tried that. It didn't work.
So Daisuke Sekimoto, I really love.
Yeah, great wrestler.
Didn't look great here.
No, that's a shame.
I think the ones that carried it.
He's got him getting up there in the old
I think so.
age market, though, right?
Ibushi was another one where you could tell he's not the same.
Right.
He looked better here than he did in the Blood and
Daisuke's
Guts.
42.
That's still young for Japan.
It's pretty young for Japan, but
But Suji Ishikawa looked awesome.
yeah.
I thought Lindemann looked awesome. Kaito Ishida looked awesome. Soma Watanabe looked awesome.
Ibushi's 41, so he's older than Ibushi.
Yeah. This was really good, man. Gleet, their shows are on YouTube for free.
Okay.
So why the fuck not watch it? You know,
I always think about watching it and then never remember.
oh, brother,
You always hype up the main events.
I'm telling, dude, Gleet, their shows are fun, man.
Well, now that it has a theme song, I'm all in.
Gleet has a theme song.
Yeah, we just sang it.
Oh, I was like, when the fuck?
Gleet, motherfucker.
Gleet, goddamn.
Damn.
So I guess I'll go to Stardom real quick because
Okay,
I know you
yes.
didn't watch any of
Nope.
this. They're doing their 5-star Grand Prix. I don't have the standings. Sorry.
It is. How dare they? How dare Japan put 3 Grand Prix happening at the same time?
Let's space them out a little
Right,
bit here.
right.
Plus, Tokyo Joshi Pro still has the Tokyo Joshi,
Yeah,
the Princess
right, 4.
tournament going.
That's 4 tournaments
a lot of
happening.
tournaments.
How dare they?
So night 4, I did watch 2 matches. I watched Murray versus Azumi. Murray is a fucking shit kicker.
Yeah.
And wins with a flying lariat.
Ooh.
So these shows have no commentary, but they do have multiple camera angles.
Okay,
so
well, that's
that
something.
made me feel because
Interesting.
I
Not
turned
even
it.
Japanese commentary.
No,
Weird.
I turned it on. I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna be able
That's
to watch
difficult.
this. I was though with the multiple cameras made up for it. So Mirai won, and then I had the last one was Micah against Sare Inoue. Sorry, she had that match against Julia that went to the draw. This also goes to a draw.
Oh,
Also involves a lot of fighting in the crowd.
okay.
Micah is also a part of Donna Del Mondo with Julia, and Thekla.
Yep.
I just like saying that.
I like Thekla. So
There was a spot in the match where they're beating the shit out of each other on the outside.
yeah.
Micah drops her with a back body drop and just takes a bottle of water and dumps the water all over her.
Nice.
And then now gets up, big boots her, and takes another bottle of water and dumps all the water all over her. I was like, are we just trying to cool off? Is this building real hot? What's going on here? And then night 5, I watched 2 matches.
Okay.
I watched Mina Shirakawa versus Hanan. I didn't really know who Hanan
Yeah,
is.
that name doesn't sound recognizable. to
Hanan
me.
just turned 19 today.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So I was like, that's why I don't really know.
Yeah.
Mina Shirakawa takes the mic from the announcer and does her own introduction in English, which was always fun.
Okay.
This match I thought was very good as well. And then the main event that I watched was Tam Nakano and Hazuki.
Nice.
Tam Nakano
Yeah, I was gonna watch this, but then I fell asleep.
got the dub. These matches again have a 15-minute time limit,
awesome.
dude. You want hey, these are sprints, you know? And again, a little weird with no commentary.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's a little weird to get used to, but when they uploaded these to Stardom World, afterwards their promos are subtitled.
Oh, that's cool.
So I was like, okay, that's a nice little touch.
Yeah.
So I'll continue to monitor this as it goes on because, a certain tournament's going to be wrapping up this Sunday. But there was another tournament that started.
Yes.
The Noah N1 Victory.
Yes, N1 Victory. Being known as the Global League, I think.
I believe so.
Like that. Yeah.
So 2 blocks.
Yes. 8 people in a block.
Night
Way it's supposed to
one.
be.
Night 1, I watched 2 matches.
Me too.
Manabu Soya versus Katsuhiko Nakajima.
Absolutely.
This was the first match of the tournament.
Sure was.
And I feel like, boy, did they really set the bar fucking high.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that too many people have come close.
Manabu Soya beats Nakajima.
So these matches, normally in the N1, we would watch sort of once we saw what was good and what wasn't.
Yeah.
But the ratings aren't coming out as fast.
Not a lot of people are watching it.
No. And there's not a great... there's a good Twitter source for American Noah.
There is, absolutely.
But there's not a lot. You can't find really what dates are coming up. You can't find the N1 fully played out.
I had to Google it.
Right, I Googled it, and
then
you can find the block with all the dates written in it, but it's hard to follow. When you do the G1, they show you who's wrestling on what night, what days, where it is in the card, all that in English language.
Yep.
Noah doesn't do that. You would think Pickering would be all over it because he's such a sniveling fucking ass kisser. But anyway, but seeing this and knowing that this is going to be a direct sort of I'm beating you up for leaving Congo and then Congo eventually falling apart, I was excited to watch this. We both have liked Soya a lot.
Absolutely.
Nakajima, of course, is a fucking menace.
Love that man.
The
man that gives you nightmares.
Yes, and he fucking loses.
Crazy.
I have him picked to go to the finals in my bracket.
I don't. No, I don't.
No, I think
we'll discuss brackets at the end.
Yeah, but I thought this was awesome and kind of a Soya murdering Nakajima for a lot of it.
Yeah,
Soya's a much bigger dude.
Yeah, it's good to see Soya he has his normal hair now.
Yes, right, he's not
no more
out.
red. He had no more redded out,
Yeah.
and he looked awesome.
Yeah, you get big boy suplexes at the end. You get a lariat to the back, and then a regular one. They were disgusting. The first one, the one to the back of the head, they called it a lariat on commentary, but it was kind of just a punch. He kind of just punched him in the back of the skull.
It was a clubbering.
And then he hits him with a jumping DDT to win. A man of Soya's girth should not be doing jumping DDTs.
Hey man, gotta show respect to Shinya Hashimoto, baby.
Absolutely. And was it Jake that said it? Or no, JR. The DDT should be a finishing move. Herm Sassafras.
Herm.
But yeah, I like this match a lot. First match of the tournament, and they fucking went all out.
Yeah. Sure. Did you watch any other matches from this?
I watched Masaki Tamiya versus Yoshioka.
I watched this as well.
I'm gonna watch if when I'm looking at them. I mean, Kitamiya is my dude. I like Masaki Tamiya a lot, so I'm probably gonna be watching most of his stuff.
Okay.
I was excited when I was writing everything down for this before this tournament happened because I was like, oh my god, did they put Seiki Yoshioka in this tournament?
That's funny. Okay.
And I was like, holy,
Yeah, it
like,
makes sense,
he's
right?
going to be way faster than everybody else, but all right.
He ain't gonna be able to take the hits. Though.
Right. But like he's no smaller than Jack Morris.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh no, this is from All Japan. Is this the guy from All Japan? No, this is the guy from Dragon Gate.
He's from Dragon Gate.
Yuki Anzai is from Dragon.
He's from All Japan.
Yeah, so this is the guy from Dragon Gate. This had great suplexes, and Yoshioka's finisher is fucking cool.
Yeah, it is,
The
man.
top rope code breaker.
It's awesome.
He jumps off the top and hits you with the code breaker. It's
Yeah.
great. Impressive guy. I wasn't excited to watch these matches because like I don't like Noah already put a lot of silly fucking people in this thing. Looking at you, fucking Lance and whatever the fuck your name is.
Come on, bro. He's part of the Samoan dynasty. Bloodline.
But I was really impressed by Yoshioka in this match. I thought he looked
awesome.
really good, and for a guy I've never heard of, coming over from another company. To beat Masa Kitamiya
it's a big deal.
It's a pretty big step. He's a well-liked guy. He's so sort of like lined up with Ishii where like he has consistently good matches and wrestles like the people that Ishii trained that trained Ishii, but also gets no respect from his bookers.
It's a fact, brother.
But Yoshioka looked cool.
Night 2, I only watched one match, and I don't think it's one you watched.
I watched 3.
Okay, so maybe you watched the match that I
Yes.
watched then. I watched Go Shiozaki versus Yuma Ansai.
I watched this too because I didn't know that Go Shiozaki was back to his black hair.
Yeah, back to the black hair.
Yeah.
I want to go back to blonde.
Yeah, I liked him better as a blonde.
Fell in love with him as a blonde.
Exactly.
I like the Yuma Ansai, and okay, here's another thing. These are 30-minute time limits.
Yes.
Some of these are a little rough.
Yes.
So because like this one goes like 22.
Yeah.
And about 17, I was like, all right, let's wrap this shit up.
Yeah,
B.
for sure.
But Yuma Ansai has a good showing.
Yeah, they look good.
He survives everything
against
from
one
Go.
of the best wrestlers in the world.
You know, like survives like the Go Flasher. But then when Go just decides to clobber him with a
He doesn't
lariat.
survive the burning lariat.
No, he do not. So Go Shiozaki gets the win.
Yes. I liked Go doing the abdominal stretch and then go all the way to the ground with it, which
awesome.
is insane.
Yeah.
But yes, this was
Ansai
cool.
showed a lot of fight though.
Yeah, for sure. Especially
liked it.
Yeah, for a young dude out of all
He's gonna get some learning in this
right.
one. Man.
Going up in like his second match in the tournament against Go Shiozaki, that's a tall fucking order.
Yeah.
I watched 2 more from this night. I watched Masa Kitamiya versus Adam Brooks. Thankfully, Kitamiya won. You didn't watch this?
Nope.
So he has at the end the match is fine. Adam Brooks I don't understand it, but whatever. Kitamiya puts him in the prison lock. Excuse me. And he won't tap, and he like sits up to like smack Kitamiya, and Kitamiya hooks him in a front headlock. So he's in the prison lock and the front headlock or front face lock, and I was like, all right, and he taps, so that was cool. And then
Oh, this is where I called you a sicko last night.
I watched Nakajima versus the ace of Noah, Saxon Huxley.
Dude, what are we doing?
Saxon Huxley beats Nakajima in 12 minutes.
At Korakuen.
12 minutes. I wrote when it happened, I was like, this was under 15 minutes, wasn't it? And I looked and it's like 12 and change.
Oh my God.
Saxon Huxley, who I learned was on NXT UK. Did you know that?
That's a thing?
As Saxon Huxley.
Oh, good.
He was on NXT UK.
Dude.
Beats Nakajima, one of the flag bearers of Noah, one of their most popular and most successful wrestlers. Loses his first 2-1 matches.
I'm disgusted right
And
now.
one of them is to, like, Soya makes sense, right? There's a revenge, there's a story
I
there.
totally get it.
Saxon Huxley?
So here's the thing, DJ. I kind of went off a little bit yesterday morning to you in text messages about Noah.
Yes.
And how they are desperate whores for any fucking thing that will look their way that's outside of Japan.
Well, remember when they were offering money for anybody who would raise their like sign-ups or their
they had
viewership?
Stallion Rogers and Michael Protein Elgin himself.
Yep.
Remember what they did with Elgin when he got over there? Immediately threw the tag titles on him.
Yeah, and then he stole stuff.
Now you're putting Saxon Huxley over Nakajima.
Yes.
Now, Saxon Huxley, he's like half the tag champs with Timothy Thatcher.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, like, then you got this fucking Lance and Hawaii, just because he's a goddamn Samoan, they're like, oh, let's get some of that bloodline attention, guys. Please pay attention to us. Yeah. You fucking whores. Dude, Noah pisses me off so much. You have some random guy named Adam Brooks, Jack Morris. I still don't know who you are. You had one or two good matches. I'll give you that.
He did a cool thing.
You're a fucking nobody.
He is, absolutely.
Dude, this sucks.
Yeah.
And it's the shiny new toy that gets put over everybody else.
Yeah.
I went off about this to you. I went off about this to Ed about when they fucked Kiyomiya because everybody's upset about Kiyomiya. And saying, oh, Noah's just going to let their boy go over to New Japan and just look like a fucking dweeb. Well, you treat him like a dweeb, right, exactly. So of course they're going to do that. Yep. You put fucking Fujita over him. You put goddamn everybody over him. He looks like a dork.
You know what's the funniest thing?
I think he's great.
Yeah.
And you make him look like a fucking idiot over and over again. You act like I'm so mad right now. Fuck Noah, dude. They piss me off.
Yes, Queen.
Slay Queen.
The funniest thing about Kiyomiya, Kaito Kiyomiya in the G1 is when he loses and gets eliminated, Kevin Kelly was like, maybe you should stop doing the Muda stuff.
Yeah.
He was like, don't do Muda stuff anymore. You don't win matches.
It's true. It's true.
It's 100% true. It really is.
God damn it. But that's where I get so frustrated with them. Just anything new or anything, it was an old fucking fart they want to put over. Listen, I love Keiji Muto with all my goddamn heart. Yeah. He's my favorite of all time. There's no fucking way he should have ever beaten Kiyomiya.
You remember Fujita's Reign of Terror, though?
Yeah. And, you want me to drop the belt to somebody? Well, they can't beat me in a real fight. So they had to have COVID take the belt off him. He'd still have the fucking thing.
Absolutely.
He wanted to lose it to Hideki Suzuki. I'm sorry. They wanted him to lose it to Hachimen from the Diamond Mine.
Who didn't?
Are you kidding me?
I think the lady, Ivy Nile quit the Diamond Mine this week. Sure,
I guess. You could tell me that and I'll believe you because I don't watch NXT. Dude, just seeing these results, and I know we didn't even get to night 3.
Nope.
But seeing this and Lance and Hawaii beating fucking El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr.
Yes.
My guy. You're kidding me. Dude, he's held the national title for so long, and you're trying to the preview show for the N1, they had him tag up, I think, with Jake Lee and somebody else, here's our heavy hitters, and you job him out to the fucking 15th Samoan in MLW who gives a fuck. Are you kidding me? This is why you're going nowhere.
Right.
This is why the arc is fucking crashed, okay?
Whoa.
Fuck.
Yes, I agree.
Night 3, go ahead, because I did not watch any of this.
So, I do want you to watch at least one, if not two. So I'm gonna be very vague. So the first match, I watched 3 matches this morning. I watched Masaki Kitamiya versus Jack Morris. So
of course.
Masaki Kitamiya wins. But I will say the fun thing about this match, and it's not anything you need to watch, is Zach Morris. Jack Morris is out first.
I'd rather be Zach Morris.
Kitamiya, on Kitamiya's entrance, before he comes out, Jack Morris runs and hides behind the commentary table. And when Kitamiya walks out from through the entrance, Morris jumps off of the commentation station on top of him before the bell rings to beat him up. And I thought that was a cool little thing.
Okay.
And then, the match is fine, whatever. I watched El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. versus Nakajima. Which I liked when they put his little title card up, it says E.D. Wagner Jr.
Yeah, you can't fit his whole name. I love it.
This was very good. I liked it a lot. I won't. Do you want me to tell you who wins? Do you want me to just let it go?
I already saw who won because I did the tally for our poll.
Oh, right. Nakajima wins. I like this match. This is one of them you can go back and watch if you wanted to, if you have the time. It's not gonna blow your socks off, but it was still pretty good. The last one I watched was the Keno versus Inamura.
I do want to watch this.
Watch this match. I'm not gonna tell you anything about it.
Yeah.
I think this match was crazy. I think this is sort of the match that they should be letting Inamura have against top guys. And you don't get much more top than Keno, even though Blue Pants Keno is still weird. It's true. You know what I said. I said what I said.
I'm sorry.
But my favorite thing about Keno is that he comes out, he wears blue now, but he comes out in his old ring jacket with the lion shoulder pads that are big and intricate.
He still has the good theme music, right?
He does.
Okay, good.
But so his jacket is blue, but I guess he didn't want to buy new lion shoulder pads, so they're still red.
Okay. Sure.
Which is funny. But this match is very good. Probably the best match of the tournament so far.
Okay.
So this
I'll go back. I'll watch
this one.
Probably at some point tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think you have to watch any other ones. If you want to see your boy Wagner wrestle a pretty good match against Nakajima,
I love Wagner.
you can watch that one too. But Keno Inamura, I think, is the must watch out of the Noah, the 3 nights of Noah so far.
I think there's gonna be another Noah show Friday morning ish.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that brings.
I will catch those and
see what we get.
Absolutely.
So we did kind of like last minute brackets for this. Only 4 of us participated.
Yes.
You, Michelle, myself, and young sweet boy Ed.
Yes.
So through 3 nights, I am in the lead with 16 points, which I'm not proud of.
Yes.
Ed is in second place with 13 points.
Yeah.
You are in third place with 11 points, and Michelle is in fourth with 10 points.
I offered Michelle to do her Noah picks on the show, but didn't line up time wise. But she did not rate them on abs or hotness. I brought everybody up on my phone, and she was very tired, and I was like, this guy versus this guy, and she picked a lot of crazy people, and she has Wagner to win because she was like, he looks like a clown. I like him.
He's not a clown.
Because he had a colorful mask.
He's a luchador.
So, there you go.
And we both granted this to Ed. If Ed...
I didn't grant nothing. Oh, I guess I did.
If Ed wins.
Yes.
He has to win.
He has to win.
The following week, he will get a segment on the show.
He'll get a segment on it. I will figure out how the cell phone thing works on this recorder, and we will have him call it.
Either that, or he could do a voice memo.
He can do it. He can send.
However long.
He can also record a clip, and we will play it on air.
You're gonna have to field it. You're gonna have to screen it first,
right? But that's fine.
No, you know what? Don't screen it. I'll take the Joe approach of if he says anything racist, sexist, homophobic, then we do not endorse it.
Right? I don't think Ed would do that.
If Ed says anything stupid,
yeah. Listen, Ed has a lot of weird opinions, and I say weird, but I mean bad.
Oh, Ed, I love you, buddy.
Having more Ed in my life has been a joy.
It's been something. I anticipate every morning for the G1 in the Discord for him to just coming back. You guys are fucking idiots. I told you.
Yep.
So let's get to the G1.
Yeah. Speaking of Ed and the G1.
Yeah. So we had really 1, 2, 3, all four nights of finalizing
finish, and then
the blocks, and then the quarterfinals were this morning. So I don't have every match, so from night 13, this was A Block's final night.
Yes.
I do have...
I have every match written down.
Okay, so...
we don't have to talk about all of them.
I have Huge Suge versus Gabe Kidd.
Yes.
I thought this was really good.
This is what I have the most notes on. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I Kidd jumps Suji on the ramp. And then it's not Suji.
How crazy was that?
This is the weirdest thing. He said, I'm like, he sends out a decoy. What a great idea. The War Dogs have been jumping everybody. I'm like, what a cool idea this is for them to do. He sends out a decoy in his jacket. And then the hood comes off the jacket. And I'm like, wait, that's Yoda Suji. And even commentary's like, what the hell is going on? That's Yoda Suji. And it turns out he has a, up to this point, undisclosed identical twin brother.
Yep.
Who he sent out to get beat up for him. Who's not a wrestler.
What the fuck, man? How crazy was that? He
should become a wrestler.
Yeah, he took an ass whooping pretty good.
And then become a identical twin tag team.
Dude, yes. The Huge Suges.
The hugest Suges.
Right. Let's make it happen.
The hugest
Suges. I'm down for that. I thought this was very good, though.
I think this might be Suji's best match in this tournament.
Of the tournament?
Yeah.
I won't argue that.
And I think Kidd over delivers.
When he stops all the shtick, he could fucking go.
Is he trying to be more Conor McGregor or more Paul Brother?
It's both.
Or a combination.
It's a combination, and it's annoying as fuck. I have Red Narita versus Kaito Kiyomiya.
I I have, yes, absolutely. This I also have more notes on this than most other matches. Yes.
So this is where
My bracket goes to complete shit here. And listen,
when it all crashes down and it hurts inside.
I knew it would. I said from the beginning I was doing a long shot. I was like, man, like Kiyomiya, and I worked myself into a shoot because the way I set my brackets apart, not thinking about the end of my bracket, I was like, Kiyomiya and Okada are going to have a face-off in this tournament. What's the point of Kiyomiya being here if they're not going to do the face-off with Okada?
I do agree.
And when I got to my finals, I was like, well, the only way my math works without going back and fixing a bunch of shit is having them in the finals. And I was like, why not? Whatever, who cares? And
it was bold.
It's an insane idea, but I was like, somebody's going to treat this kid right because he's a really good fucking wrestler. He loses here to Ren Narita. Narita kicks out of the Tiger Suplex.
He sure did.
And the Modified Tiger Driver. Both guys are eliminated. And Kiyomiya finishes in the block only better than Chase Owens.
They made him look like a dork.
Right. Everyone's making this guy look like a dork.
He had two. I will say this: he had two really good draws against Shooter, and against Gabe Kidd.
Right, and he's a good wrestler. But like, I understand the story in wrestling of a guy in a losing streak, a guy who loses his smile, who is supposed to be the top guy and just can't cut it
on his luck.
And then eventually things are going to turn around, and the fans are going to get behind him, and he's bigger than he was before, and he's going to win, and he's going to be great, and blah blah blah. I think you're past the point of no return with Kiyomiya. I don't know.
It's such damaged goods.
I don't know that Noah or New Japan can rehab him. New Japan's done. What's the point? Right? He has no face-off with Okada. They don't pay that off in any way here. Maybe they'll do it if they do it in anywhere else in the G1, it means Okada would have to lose for that to happen in one of these finals matches.
So I think there's a point why you didn't see Kiyomiya in any of the tag matches this morning.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's been in any matches since that.
Okay.
And if my thinking's correct and what my line of thinking is with the finals,
yeah.
I think they're having him not participate so you forget about him.
Because you said right from the beginning, he's going to cost the finals for Okada.
That, if they go that route.
Right. And the thing about
that... Because if he does,
yes,
that immediately heats him up.
Right. And I think that's a really good idea. But... he does not look like a potential threat to Okada in any way now because he did dog shit in this tournament. I think if you were going to have him fuck with Okada, the right way to do it would have him at least look like a threat to Okada and do better. And instead, he finished one spot above last place, just above the worst wrestler in this entire, second worst wrestler in this entire tournament. Thanks, Tonga Loa, for taking the bottom.
Oh, God.
But
Okada should have kicked his fucking ass, man.
Yes. But I don't know. I don't know. And Noah's not going to rehab him. So he's going to go to All Japan and win their fucking title. Like, is he just going to?
So
I don't understand. Heat up? Is heat up? Does heat up need him?
Ed, there's ways that you can heat him up. Whatever.
Yes. Level him up.
Yeah. Oh God. Just have him cut a promo, just like saying, I was so distracted by my obsession with Okada during this whole tournament that I could not get over it.
Right. So I think that's a really good idea. And the thing that I don't trust New Japan to do is put that much thought behind it.
And
that's the problem.
That's the problem. Right. But like,
I don't think Gato listens to this show, and the biggest detriment for Kiyomiya in New Japan,
he doesn't listen to this show.
He'd have us killed. The biggest detriment to Kiyomiya, seemingly in Gato's eyes, is that he's not Samoan.
Straight up, you're not wrong, brother. So, as a wise man once said, "Tell me when I'm telling lies."
Right. We're not talking about Chase Owens Sonata in any capacity.
Because it doesn't matter in my life. Hikuleo versus Shooter Umino. Yes. Hikuleo,
yes,
wins. So
Marcus
we already knew coming into the night.
Sonata
already won the goddamn block. He goes undefeated in block play.
Right.
But Hikuleo, is the runner up.
Yes,
in the A block.
Wild.
Why?
I like this match. I thought it was a good match.
Agreed. Yes.
But this is my note, and it says you can't put any weight on Hikuleo for real in this company. He is not ready.
He's not ready. No, he's not ready.
His size is nice and it makes for good pictures and spectacle.
But he's not ready.
But he is not ready for any actual weight on his shoulders, and he proves that this morning.
So,
but we're not.
We had but we did have a conversation this morning in
Yes.
the Discord. And Mike brought up a point of they made the Musketeers, the new Three Musketeers, look like fucking dorks in this tournament. They made them look terrible. I agree. I think it's an adjunct failure to have them some draw, but some beat each other, but then others lose to lesser wrestlers.
Yeah, it's a bad move. So you're already setting them up behind the 8 ball by proclaiming them the Musketeers.
Yeah, and like when they did it, I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool."
Yeah, but it's tricky. It's tough. You can't really do it. And yeah, they did not treat him right in this G1.
No,
right? It should have been. You should have. The way this should have worked is Sonata obviously to win, and the second place should have been a fight between those 3 guys
somehow, something.
Right. You should. The 3-way ties happen in other brackets. Should have been a 3-way tie, and the last match becomes a tiebreak or whatever it happens to be.
No fucking hell. What did Chase Owens have? 2 or 3 wins in this? Yeah. What are we
2 wins, I think. Yeah,
2, that's fucking 3 wins too many.
Right, absolutely.
Insane, dude.
Garbage.
All right, night 14, this is B block. I only have one match of note.
Okay. Let's see. Is it Okada versus Tongaloa for Tongaloa's Deadly Strikes?
So this was hilarious because you were awake for this. And when this weird strike thing happened, we both typed to each other, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
Real angrily.
Yes.
Like both just, dude, did you just see that?
It got scrubbed from social media by New Japan.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
That's fucking embarrassing.
It was arguably the worst thing I've seen. It might be the worst strikes I've ever seen in wrestling.
Like,
it's definitely
worse than Shane McMahon.
Right, it is. It's definitely worse than. It's definitely the worst sequence in this entire G1. Tongaloa does not belong to be in wrestling. In commentary through this entire thing with Ishii only getting 2 points, kept saying,
"Brother,
what? 2 points?
Yeah,
there were 4 points. He ended up with 2 wins, and he's like, oh, man, this is probably Ishii's last G1. If you can only put up 4 points, you shouldn't be here."
They say that every year.
They say it every year, but they don't say that shit about Tongaloa. Dude. And he looked like absolute dog shit.
He is like probably.
He wasn't ready to be back.
He might be my least valuable performer of this tournament.
He fucking stinks. He is worse than Chase Owens. This sequence makes him worse than Chase Owens in this tournament.
This was ultra bad.
He's not worse than Chase Owens normally overall.
No, but
in this tournament, he is the worst wrestler in this tournament.
And it's hard to describe. He does this weird, like, backhand to the stomach, but then backhand to the face,
and
to the stomach, face, stomach,
but
face.
he never connects. He stomps with everyone.
It's just like little pitter.
Yeah, it's insane. It's worse than Honky Tonk Man's powder puff punches.
Fucking terrible.
It was terrible. Awful. The other 2 matches, Kenta Yoshihashi, I have nothing on.
Nope.
Okan Tai Chi. I like this because it was submission killer Tai Chi.
Yeah,
but then he loses.
Yeah.
So I was like, why are you heating up letting Tai Chi have this run that he's having, and then only
they're kind of dangling him. Yeah.
And I like that he got trapped by Okan, but it's still a weird finish. Yeah. But the main event.
Oh, baby.
Will Ospreay versus ELP.
Brother.
And this comes with the asterisks of ELP and Ospreay are tight in real life.
Yeah.
So Ospreay gives a little bit more to his buddies.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it at all.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Because this match rocks and rolls and loses control.
Okay, I'm not going to spoil it, but up until today, this was my match of the tournament.
Okay.
I loved
this was great. It was very good.
This.
Absolutely.
That end sequence of like the last 2 to 3 minutes where they're like reversing everything was fucking crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
I still say 2024 ELP is going to have a big year.
We've been waiting.
But the problem is they're fucking putting them with the Tongans. And it's pissing me off.
The Tongans come and get him or whatever, don't they?
Dude.
Yeah, that sucks.
Get away.
Right.
Go away.
It's going to be
go
like,
to
are they
NXT.
forming?
Get the fuck out of here. I'm
like
sick of you.
Former Bullet Club stable? Is that what they're doing?
I hope.
I thought after this match that because Ospreay gets in the mic to like say like good job.
Oh, he puts the OP over.
I thought he was going to invite him into United Empire, and I was like, oh, that'd be a cool spot.
Yeah, he's Canadian. There you go.
Right,
you can make it happen.
But
I love this match.
This match was
dude.
very good.
Fucking
incredible end sequence.
Yeah,
incredible.
So all right, C Block night.
Yes,
I have 2 matches of note.
Okay.
One of them is Tomohiro Ishii versus Mikey Nichols.
Oh yeah, I have the most notes about this match.
Yeah, this was a banger.
This rocked.
Yeah, very good.
This is Nichols' best match. Nichols working on top for most of this match was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ishii gets a move here or there, and the crowd goes nuts, but he gets cut off. And then Ishii wins. Ishii gets pissed off.
Vertical drop brainbuster,
gets
baby.
the bloody mouth a little bit. Nichols either threw a headbutt or ate a headbutt, and his forehead started to swell up a little bit like a balloon.
Yeah, it was like his first match against Hanare all over again.
Right. Notes if he'd have to remove his brain. Ishii wins. It's his only second win of the fucking tournament. But still, the award for Mr. Consistent.
Absolutely.
It always goes to him. Everyone
Always.
acknowledges that. I think before he's done, I would shock. I say it all the time, but like before he's done, shock the world, see how the fans react, and have him make it to the finals of a G1.
Yep.
People would go fucking crazy.
Only to have our hearts get broken.
Right. I would have him win, but I understand logistics. Yes. I don't know why you don't put Hanare over Tamatonga here, because it doesn't really fucking matter.
No.
And then Eddie versus Finlay. This was great. I thought the match a lot.
I thought the match was really good.
But the finish is wrong. Personal feelings caught in judgment.
Course,
I get it.
Of course.
We all knew it was a pipe dream. I had Finlay winning the block with Eddie in second. I think
I had Eddie winning the block with Shingo in second. More on that.
Yeah, but Finley's act doesn't work for me. We know he can wrestle. He had a really good G1 last year.
Absolutely.
I didn't watch him much in this G1 because
no, he had maybe one I thought match was pretty.
It's not a great
good
block. C block's not a great block.
It's not a great block for him.
Yeah. But he wins, and I get it. He's the leader of the Bullet Club. You try to get him over. Commentary gets him over. I just think he looks like a goober most of the time. I don't buy the shtick.
Yeah. Eddie
rules. Eddie still finishes 4-3.
Yeah.
Which is a good showing. I wish he would at least been runner up to get a quarterfinal match. But I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
Eddie's living his best life in Japan.
He's having so much fun.
He got to meet Quada. That video is great.
That's one of my favorite videos I've ever seen.
He was at Ribera. Like Eddie's living his life.
Yeah.
Hopefully he does more over there. He's got to come back here and be strong champion. So hopefully that's a good long run for the Mad King.
And
that was the thing I kept thinking. Like he's a title holder. I know it's in New Japan Strong, but he's still a title holder. You would think they would want their title holders to represent a little better, but to help you've made all these jumps over here with New Japan Strong. You've pulled it off regular TV. Said everything now is a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
we want to make everything for New Japan Strong, New Japan USA to feel bigger and be more important. Well, one really good way to do that is helping to even further legitimize your champion by having him do really well in the G1, and he does good.
He does really well.
Yeah. But the second or third place or whatever it is, like a match away, like beating Evil away from making it through, and nobody beats Evil apparently. So
because then Evil goes and beats Shingo Takagi.
What an overbooked garbage
piece of shit match, dude.
Garbage. Never gets to get going. Disrespectful to Shingo, who I fucking love.
Yeah. So B block was it? Ospreay wins the block.
Yes.
And Okada's the runner up.
Yeah.
C block is Finlay wins the block and Evil's the runner up.
I believe so. Yes, because it's Finlay Ospreay.
I believe so. So anyway,
one of them would have to be.
It was. We'll get to that.
I think it's Okada. Okada won the block and Ospreay was in second. I don't remember.
Oh no, because Ospreay beat Okada. Though.
Yeah, but didn't.
Oh yeah, no. So Okada did win the block.
Okada wins the block because
Ospreay lost to Tanga fucking Loa.
Right, because Finlay wins the block and he's facing Ospreay and it's winner versus runner up. So
get the fuck out of here.
How that worked.
So then night 16.
Poor fucking Shingo.
This is the D block final.
Yes.
I have 2 matches of note.
This was if I didn't have to get up this morning to make sure I watched these matches before the show, I probably would have skipped the show. This was not an enticing lineup, in any capacity. But the matches were good.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, Coughlin, Yano.
That was a lot of fun.
Was awesome.
Yeah.
Yano gets pissed because they jump in.
He's pissed Yano.
And he becomes like badass, beat him up Yano.
He tries to stab somebody with scissors.
He does.
It's great.
He gets mean and violent. He powerbombs Gabriel Kidd through a table.
Yeah.
He grabs a pair of scissors, and the ref takes it away, and that's when he eats a chair.
Yeah.
It's short, but we got to see mean, old school, a little bit
Great Bash Heel Yano.
Great Bash Heel Yano. So, yes.
So I have Zack Sabre Jr. versus Hiroki Goto.
So, yes. Yeah. They get a double count out for Jeff Cobb and Shane Haste because that keeps Cobb alive.
Yeah.
But which is super weird. But anyway.
Yeah.
Goto's DSJ. Yes.
Yeah, dude. I thought this rocked.
Yeah, that was really good.
I thought it was
absolutely
awesome.
If it's in my humble opinion, if it's not Goto, I'm glad it's Zack Sabre Jr.
I agree. And then main event, Naito versus Tanahashi.
Yes.
Easily Tanahashi's best match of the tournament.
Oh, by far.
These two...
One of his better matches of the last 6 months.
These two looked awesome. They had great chemistry. Yep. Guys that, like we say, are pretty getting... Tana's kind of washed.
Naito's in the beginning.
Getting there.
Of it, for sure.
But they turned the clock back a little bit to like 2017
Tana
here,
does
man.
the outside
to the
aces high.
It was crazy,
insane.
right?
Like, don't do that. But it looks cool as shit.
My man went and did it.
I'm going to meet him and thank him.
Yeah.
Because we're meeting him.
Yeah,
but anyway, Tana looked good. There was a really sick thud on the swing DDT at the end.
There was.
That was gross.
So Naito beats Tana. Naito wins the block.
Yes.
And Zack Sabre Jr. is the runner-up. Mm-hmm. So before we get to the quarterfinals, we have our final standings.
Yep.
For the G1 brackets. Mm-hmm. So coming in, what was there? 1, 2, 3. Coming in sixth place was Marcus with 61 points.
Yes, Marcus, you're invited up for Wembley.
Coming in fifth,
soon to be named Network North.
Fifth place was Michelle with 62 points.
A hell of a showing for a woman who voted based on abs alone.
Tied for
third
are you and Dwicky.
That's right. I was
at 63 points.
I would rather be if I had to be tied with anybody in this tournament. I'm glad it's Dwicky, the fifth chair. Sixth chair of soon to be Wings on Wings.
He has a chair. I come in second with 65 points.
You pulled it out. You were in the lead in the beginning. You fell back a little bit.
I came back strong. I had a nice showing at the end.
You did.
And coming in first place, DJ.
Yes.
I was sent something.
Oh no.
And
a very good thing it wasn't sent to me.
And I was required, required/requested to have your full attention for this.
Okay.
Hey boys, it's Tim. I'm sitting here tonight and I'm thumbing through.
I didn't think we took phone calls on this
Discord, and I see that we've got the results of the G1 Climax 2023 poll. And I just wanted to take a time and
Climax 30
and talk to you guys and the We Need Wrestling audience. Kind of a little victory lap, if you will. Don't know if you saw. I won, and it's no question about it, DJ and Brett. You guys are two hell of a competitors, and I will not be a champion that hides. You know, I speak here before God and Kevin Nash in the Good Place Hall of Fame tonight, as I said that I would
Don't
be.
bring Kevin Nash into this.
Winner of the soon-to-be-named network's G1 Climax 2023 pool. And in the tradition of Kensuke Sasaki, in the tradition of Riki Choshu, all the Musketeers, of Yuji Nagata,
you had to Google these
and
people.
Hiroki Goto, the man who the G in G1 stands for.
Right, respect.
And the real god of Japanese wrestling, Antonio Inoki, upstairs tonight. For the Hiroyoshi Tenzans and the Togi Maccabis to the...
You had to Google all this for sure.
Katsuchika Okadas. I accept this crown. Wait a second. Of Kota Ibushi, of the washed Hiroshi Tanahashi man. This is it tonight, Double J. God, it's beautiful. and Ken Omega, and they can all kiss my ass. Because I am not the man who accepts the torch to be handed down to me from a shadow organization that hides behind a promotion that died RIP 16 years ago. The real G in G1 is the man who ignites the new flame of the soon-to-be-named network's Puro expertise. Tonight, before God and Mr. Hitman is witness, I declare Sonata as the new Japan Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion of the World.
That's right. Tim wins with 71 points.
Right.
I was sent
Uncatchable, even with me trying to rig the finals against him.
I was sent an email that says the G in G1 stands for G-Tim.
God.
I was also sent an image and requested that this be put out on our feeds.
All right, that's funny. We didn't agree to any of this, but that's funny.
He won fair and square.
Yeah, sure.
So Tim,
I'm going to find out who taught him Photoshop. I'm going to break their fingers.
Tim, congratulations, man.
Absolutely.
71 points. It's a hell of a showing.
It's a hell of a showing. Congratulations, Tim. When you come up to Wembley, ignore the police tape and the rumble and the tax strips I have laid down. Just drive right through them because you're not allowed in my house. Soon to be named Network North is off limits to you completely. Marcus, you're cool.
Does he have to drop Marcus off
He has to drop Marcus at the top of the driveway. Marcus, I'll send someone up to pick you up from the top of the driveway.
Doug.
But Tim, not allowed. Banished from soon to be named Network North campus. The restraining order's in the mail. Tim, if a man walks up to you on the street and asks your name, just tell him that it's you so you can get served the papers that I've sent your way. But
I would avoid Doug at all costs.
Yeah, right. That's my process server.
Yeah.
It's my life coach, my death coach,
My spiritual advisor.
my spiritual advisor, and my process server.
My accountant.
Yeah, that's, me through Taguchi USA, through Taguchi Japan, through the International Wrestling Grand Prix. We're sending you some paperwork.
Yes.
To I don't know, what are they? Soon to be Network South, Midwest,
Mid-Atlantic.
Mid-Atlantic. But in all seriousness, congratulations to him. I don't know how you did it.
He did it, though.
Probably because New Japan made some real funky choices.
They sure did.
But you did it, and you were untouchable. I tried to pin some points on for the finals. And I think you and Brett, you and him have the same. You have Ospreay Okada.
Yeah,
but he picked Ospreay and you picked Okada.
No, I picked Ospreay as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he picked Okada. I don't know. Lots of people picking Okada to win. Yeah. But
smart pick.
It is a very smart pick. But that's it, right? Are we?
Well, the quarterfinals.
Right.
Because now we get to the quarterfinals.
Right.
I just wanted to,
threw me off, right?
Because we're not. It's hard to do the quarterfinal
That's
points because
true.
everybody has shit
You're
different.
right. Okay, so night 16? No,
Night 17. So the quarterfinals.
Yes, this morning.
Yes, this was this morning. You had who the fuck? Oh, Naito Hikuleo.
Yes.
Match isn't all that great.
Yeah.
It does look funny how much bigger Hikuleo is than Naito.
So much bigger. Well, and the funny thing is, he's 6'9",
yeah,
and they treat him like he's Big Show. And I think Bruce Brody was 6'8", not. Yeah. But it is much different these days. But Hikuleo just stumbles too many times to be in this position. You can see he gets either nerves or gets a little lost or sort of. He almost moves in the ring like a newborn puppy or kitten who they're not quite sure how their legs work yet.
Oh, so like Mikey Nichols.
Or like a giraffe, like a baby giraffe sort of stumbles around.
Mikey Nichols when he has no base.
I don't think he's bad. I think he has a good upside.
He has a good
I just
upside.
don't think he's at this position in the G1 for right now.
Those Tongans, they have something on Gato.
They absolutely do. But Naito wins.
Naito's moving on.
Yes.
Will Ospreay versus David Finlay.
Yes.
The Ospreay fucking train continues.
Yes.
This got a little too overbooked.
Right. I don't need two teams that interfere all the time now.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. I don't like it when fucking House of Torture does it, and I don't need Bullet Club to be doing it here.
Yeah.
But I did like in the beginning when they're going to meet him in the ramp and
Cobb
come out.
That was real cool.
Real cool. But like, end it there.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Just been it.
They should have just all stayed out there, and the threat of either side there. Neither of them did anything.
Yeah. Again, the end 2 minutes of this match are fucking crazy.
Yeah, right, absolutely.
I said in the chat this morning, Will Ospreay's counters,
they're nuts.
Are unbelievable.
Right, absolutely.
He is unbelievable.
Yes. I would have rather watched Ospreay Eddie, but it is what it is.
Evil Sonata.
I got nothing, brother.
I went and made coffee during this.
I got up, made my toast out of my Dave's Killer bread.
This might be the worst match in G1 history.
Yeah?
That's how bad it's getting ragged.
Okay.
Fuck this.
That's
Evil beats Sonata.
Right. Stupid.
So Evil automatically is going to get a title shot in the future.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
And I was like, oh, okay, I get you put Evil here because it's ex-tag partners and they're so different than they were.
Understood.
And Evil has won this title in one of the worst runs ever.
The House of Torture shit, man, is just...
But it's because they didn't want to give Sonata the all-time G1 streak.
No. We're just 5 guys, brother.
Right. Makes no sense. Right. Really stupid.
And
no thank you.
Then the final, Kazuchika Okada versus Zack Sabre Jr. This was a fucking masterclass in pro wrestling.
Absolutely. You hear that, Ed?
These two have such great chemistry.
Yeah.
Zack Sabre Jr., another one where he can get out of anything. Yeah. His reversals are fucking incredible. Okada's Okada. Right. The standard is the standard. Okada beat Zack Sabre Jr. I was kind of like, maybe they put Zack Sabre over here.
I thought for a second.
2 Japanese guys, 2 foreigner guys for Japan.
Yeah.
Maybe that,
I thought for a second that Sabre won it.
That would have been wild. I love Zack Sabre Jr. I do. I love Kazuchika Okada. What a great matchup. To the point where because we forgot to do this last 2 weeks.
We did.
This was my favorite match in Japan this week.
Yeah?
It absolutely was.
Okay.
And I'll say this. I think this is the best match of the G1.
Wow.
I really do.
Okay.
My top 3 are this. Number 2 is Ospreay ELP.
Okay.
Number 3 is Eddie Ishii Korakuen.
Okay.
What about
you? Ospreay ELP. No, this isn't the order, but let me just Ospreay ELP, Eddie Ishii, and what the fuck was that Tai Chi match? It's my favorite.
Was it Tai Chi Okada or Tai Chi Ospreay?
I don't remember, so I guess it shouldn't really be on my list, huh?
Nope.
It was I remember watching Tai Chi and having a ton of fun with it. But yeah, you know what? I'm actually going to put a different Ospreay match in there. This will be my third because I like this a lot. But for surprise points, Kenta Ospreay.
That was a great match, dude.
Just because we got to see maybe the last flash of Kenta.
That might have been it.
Yeah. But I will say this about Tai Chi. I'll give Tai Chi a different thing. Most improved wrestler, I'm going to give Tai Chi.
Yeah.
In the G1.
I'm fine with that. Yeah. Who is your... we'll talk about G1 MVP next week because we still have the semifinals and the finals. So Saturday's the semifinals. Sunday morning's the finals.
Yep.
G1 coming to an end. This is officially the first time I've watched every match of the tournament. I'm a fucking sicko.
I haven't missed a night. I've watched at least one thing from every single night.
My sleep schedule is going to be wonderful.
Yeah, you're crazy
after this.
For sure, you're crazy.
So, okay, so that did you say your favorite Japanese match this week?
My favorite this week is
Ospreay ELP.
Ospreay ELP.
Okay, what was your favorite American match?
Oh, shit, we had those.
I have one. I mean,
the parking lot brawl.
Same. Yep. Perfect. Yeah. Same.
Yeah, for sure.
So, did you buy anything this week?
I did. I posted it in the group.
The soon-to-be named network Discord.
Yes, the soon-to-be named network Discord. I bought from Big Bad Toy Store the entire wave of Fantastic Four retro carded figures from the animated series or whatever. They had the whole set of 6 figures for like $50 or something, or $59, whatever.
They're awesome.
Yeah, they're great.
Really cool.
And I got them for like around $10 a figure.
Yeah, still.
Even Michelle, when I told her, she was like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah,
so that's nice. Yeah. I don't get that very often.
No, you don't.
So that's other than we bought our tickets for that
was last week.
The junior super show last week. But last night, I was about to get in the shower and go to bed, and I got the message. We got it on the Discord from Kevin Ford.
Yep.
You sent it to me. I sent it to you.
I said, hey, pal, look at the link.
And I had seen the link when you sent it, and I was like, well, I'm already sending this, so it's just happening. But we bought our meet and greets to meet Tanahashi.
Finally.
So we're finally going to get to meet Tana.
Yep. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, in Philly.
Yes, the night or before the junior show.
Yes, he's in town for the Impact show that we're not going to because it looks like garbage.
That looks terrible.
Why the fuck would I want to watch Sami Callihan wrestle anybody?
He's against Doki.
Yep.
Oh.
Is Doki on the junior show?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that's cool. I'm glad we get to see Doki
Choki.
The Doki Choki. But yeah, so we bought that. So we finally retribution from when we were in Philly for the New Japan Strong shows. We get to meet Tana. So I'm super excited about that.
I'm very excited.
Yes.
So out in Vansky's safari, he did find a Brother Love.
Yes.
So I got the Brother Love. I canceled my pre-order because God knows if Target's ever going to fulfill it.
Right.
Adam also gave me a set of I think it's 92 football cards for the NFC.
Okay.
Which are pretty cool. They never made AFC ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's never been able to find them. So he's like, do you just want these?
That's cool.
It's like, fuck yeah, man. I love football cards.
Yeah.
And that's it, because I didn't buy that Hiromu Takahashi retro yet.
Yeah.
I might wait till that goes on sale. Yeah, I'll probably buy it.
I don't love them.
I try to buy all New Japan stuff. Shingo. I forgot to post it, but they put up Shingo's Junk Shop Dog put up Shingo's figure, like a preview for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not even on sale yet.
Yeah.
Who knows with his figures? So, but that's it.
All right.
That's all I got.
That's all I got too.
So next week we'll be back, continuing the N1.
The end of the G1.
The end of the G1.
The middle of the N1, right? 'Cause I don't know how many nights the N1 is, but it's not that much.
I don't know. There's not many left.
Right.
We have whatever Stardom might happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tokyo Joshi Pro is going to have the Princess Cup.
I don't know.
Who knows? But we'll be back.
Yeah.
Shall be back.
We shall. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Got anything to say?
Don't we have plugs to hit?
Oh, we do have plugs, don't we? I was waiting for you to say something silly. This has been We Need Wrestling. You can find us online at We Need Wrestling on Twitter and Instagram. You can find us at WeNeedWrestling.com. You can email the show at WeNeedWrestling@gmail.com. We're a proud member of the soon-to-be-named network at STBN Network on Twitter, soon-to-be-named-network.com, soon-to-be-named-network.tumblr.com. You can find plenty of other shows there, including At Odds with Wrestling, Final Wrestling Place, Boo, Longbox Heroes, Longbox Heroes After Dark, Puzzle Warriors 3, Hayabusa, our other show, Wings on Wings, Profane, did I say Profane Argument?
You did now.
Did I miss anybody? What else is up there? Porch Talk.
Sports Talk.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the 2023 edition of the Helmet Podcast.
Yes,
No Chance in Helmet.
Right. No Chance in Helmet. All those things. Go to Soon to Be Named Network, soon-to-be-named-network.com, soon-to-be-named-network.tumblr.com, at STBN Network on social media, and see all the other shows that we all put out. It's all fantastic content, except for one half of Final Wrestling Place.
Oh.
And that's it with the plugs. Now that we're all in order, Brett, now do you have anything to say?
No.
Okay, good.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds!